Yeah, I like this format better. People asking me things because I'm the worst at talking to people. I'm always making fun, with this other guy in my group too that plays with us. I'm always telling him, I just can't do small talk. Like, I really don't have the talent for it, if that's what you call it. Like, I swear I go to the store and I see people I know, and it's not that I don't want to talk to them or that I don't like them or nothing. I just see them all like, oh my God, I go the other way. I'm just like,
It's-
whatever. Like,
don't discredit yourself. It's not that. It's just
um, I'm the worst. Like, I can't.
I think that of myself, and I have a podcast, so
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just you got to get flowing and
Or I'm socially awkward, or I don't know. I don't know how to be like that. When you see people and they're like, "How you doing? How's it going? How's it?" I'm like, "Good. How are you?" And they're like, "Good." And then after that, I'm just like,
okay, bye.
"Great. Yeah, bye." For
That's
sure.
funny because I was thinking about when I was younger and like when I was a stoner and shit, and I could like talk to people all fucking day and have no issue. And like the older I've gotten, I'm like, yeah, maybe I just don't care as much or
Yeah.
something. But like,
Or
I
I
just
always exactly like when I talk to people like just randomly like that small talk, I feel so like what's unauthentic, like so fake. Like, yeah, how's it going? And I don't mean to be like, are we sorry, I almost cussed. Are we allowed to cuss on
yes,
this?
you
I don't
absolutely are.
know how.
Half
Sorry.
of my content is all cussing,
Oh,
so
okay,
yes.
because I'm bad.
No, me
But
too.
yeah, like I'm just like, I don't mean to be like a bitch or anything or a jerk or, and it's not that I don't care about people. It's just that like I feel so fake to being like, how's your mom? How's your dad? When they would have never like ever popped in my mind and like
Yeah, I don't even know them,
I
but how
don't
they
know
doing?
about how you doing? Yeah, and I don't know.
That's too
I just have
funny.
no talent for it at all.
It's all right. Your talent resides
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Something.
That's
Shoot.
okay. We'll get through it, Jojo. And if you need a break or anything, just tell me. There's no rules on this, so
Sounds good.
it's just old
Having an
friends.
overload. No, I'm just
Just
kidding.
old friends having a chat.
All right, cool.
Cool. Welcome to Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories, the podcast that shines a light on ordinary people and their extraordinary stories. From small towns to big cities, we're sharing the real, raw, and inspiring moments that connect us all. Because every voice matters, every story counts. This is Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories. All right, welcome back, Joes. You're here for another one, and we've got another one for you. I've got another mariachi, believe it or not. So this is Mariachi Month. So please welcome my old friend, Joanna Alvarez. Joanna, thank you for coming today.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I appreciate this. There's a lot that I want to get into, so grab a Snickers. It's going to be a while.
All right.
Let's start with how we know each other. So we met when you were, I'm assuming, a sophomore?
Ninth grade.
You were a freshman.
I was a freshman.
Oh,
I
shit.
think you were like in 11th
Yes,
grade. Yeah.
I was a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we started in the mariachi together.
Yeah.
Did you have guitar class too?
Did I? No, I didn't start taking guitar till the next year. Till the
Okay, cool.
following year after that. I didn't know crap when I like met you guys.
Interesting. Okay, so that's going to bring up some good points here in a minute, but we played in my first mariachi, and I'm assuming yours as well.
Yeah.
Together, Mariachi Capital, and so you stayed in that. I'm assuming your entire high school career.
Yeah. Till 12th.
Till 12th. Okay,
Yeah.
and then obviously you're still a mariachi, so you went pro after that.
Right.
Okay, we'll get into that, but so it's really interesting to me that you had no prior experience to joining Mariachi Capital because I don't mean to disparage anybody, but you unanimously were our best singer. So if you whispers through the whole rest of the mariachi, it was like, Amanda's good, Javi's okay, that's our singer. That's where our talent lies, and that's wild. So did you grow up singing, or was that part of your background?
I just liked doing it a lot. Like, like, well, see, the weird thing is everybody in my family, like my mom's side, my dad, all of them wood carvers, like artists like that.
Shut
So
the fuck up.
yeah, they make like my dad was like a folk artist. He would make animals, and they had their own wood shop and everything. And
Dude, that's
like
wild.
my grandpa was like he's still, you can mention his name in Santa Fe. Everybody knows him for his saints and santeros and stuff. The
No
whole family,
shit.
they all do that. Uncles, aunts, everybody. That's all we did. And me, I mean, they taught me a little bit when I was little, and I still know how to
Wow.
kind of do it today.
Dude,
Not
that's cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like not crazy like them, but I can do some simple stuff. And then but I don't know. I just loved singing and dancing. I was always like over there in the corner somewhere, all nutty, singing and dancing or whatever.
That's awesome.
And I used to like to sing in Spanish. I mean, well, you hear it around when you're a kid, so you fake it. I'd stand on the couch and just be like, blah, 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 trying to pretend like I was a Spanish singer or
That's so
something.
good.
Yeah, so I don't know. So I always liked that. I liked it growing up, and I wanted to join choir when I got into junior high, and
Oh, wow.
they didn't have one. So I was all hurt. I was like, damn, sucks. But still, just practicing alone. My mom would buy me a bunch of CDs, and I just locked myself in the room forever and like sing in front of the mirror or whatever. And
Interesting.
so it's just like my favorite thing to do. I loved it. Dancing, singing, it was just my thing. And then so then when I was going to high school, I heard there was a mariachi and I was like, "Oh man, now's my chance," or like choir at least, you know what I mean? So I
Sure.
joined choir right away, right off the bat. And
Nice.
then I remember asking like the counselors and stuff. I was like, "I want to do mariachi. I heard there's one here at Capitol High." And there's like, "No, we don't have a mariachi program."
I was gonna say.
And I was all, "No, for real?" I was like, "I could have sworn you did." They're like, "No, we don't." And I was like, "Damn, that sucks." So I was like, "Well, whatever. I'm in choir." So cool. So I'm in choir and like a little bit into it, Amanda shows up at choir, and I think it was like a few days after. Like I think she got there a couple days later before it started, after it started or something. And then me and her have known each other since we're like in elementary.
Oh,
So
no shit. I didn't know that.
yeah,
Wow.
we knew each other. Like we weren't like big old best friends or anything, but
Sure.
we went to school together, so we knew who each other was. And so when I was in choir, she like we sat by each other because we're familiar with each other and stuff. We're
Yeah,
both freshmen, and so felt comfortable and things.
of course.
We kind of hung out in that class together. And then this didn't come up till a little bit later, and I was talking about she's like, "Yeah, I love singing Spanish and I love this." And I was like, "Me too."
That's so
And all
weird.
kinds of stuff. Like we're just
That's so
talking about it.
wild.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Yeah, I have to go to mariachi class later." And I was all, "What?" I was like so hurt. I was like, You're going where?" And she's like, "Well, mariachi class." And I was like, "What the hell?" And like I remember we had I think choir was like the first or second period, so it was in the morning. And I was all hurt. I was like, "What the hell?" So like we got out of that class and like I don't think I even went to my next class or lunch or something. I don't know. I was like, "I don't give a crap." So I marched down to the counselor's office. I'm like, "There's mariachi class." I was like, "What's going on? You told me there wasn't." So I was all hurt. I was like, "Not going until you change my schedule." So they did. Finally, they changed it. They're like, "Let's look at your electives and blah blah blah, all kinds of stuff." And so they switched it around. And I remember, I think mariachi class was like right after lunch, like
Sounds
something like
right.
that. I don't know, over there in the big band room.
Yep.
And so,
Yep.
yeah, by that, I was like, they changed it for me, and I was so flipping excited. Like right after lunch, I just went straight to the band room, and I was sitting there like, just
Yep.
nobody was there. It was empty. I was like, "I'm gonna sit here until class starts." And so I sat there, and I remember Amanda walks in, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm in your class now too." I was like, so,
Ta-da!
ta-da. Yeah. So no, that's how I got going in high school.
That's
But yeah.
cool. All right. So, yeah, well, it's wild that you had such talent, without having like formal training or anything. Did you get any formal training from your little experience with choir and whatnot, or was it just like straight from I like to do this to I'm the mariachi pro?
Um, I just kind of well, choir was kind of hard because I felt like I was just kind of like the teacher. She had her star students that were like
Oh, that's
they
not
seemed
cool.
like they were all kind of trained already almost.
Sure.
And so she kind of always focused on them, and just the rest of
Yeah,
us
yeah.
were just like, "Nah, you're here. I'll stick you in the alto section or whatever, whatever." So I mean, I didn't get any like actual exercises or help or anything from
Dude,
that.
that's crazy. So you just
It was,
taught yourself
it
pretty
was
much.
yeah, just doing it. And actually, what like what was crazy, what I figured like I didn't have anybody to ask, or like you didn't really have a lot of YouTube back then, or you couldn't
Sure.
just go find somewhere to do instruction or whatever.
Sure.
Um, so when I did finally get into the mariachi class, and then when he took us to our first conference, well, at least my first conference, that was in 1998.
Dude, I can't believe you remember the date,
I
but
think
yes,
so.
it was Las Cruces.
No, it was Albuquerque
Oh,
when
it
they
was
used to have it
Albuquerque.
at the high school.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it was
Um,
Albuquerque High, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Albuquerque High
I
when they
remember
still
that
had
one.
it there.
That's actually where I learned how to read music.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So when I first went to that, I was like blown away. I was like, when I went there, I was like, wow, it's over for me. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
I don't even care. After this, it's all downhill from here. You know what I mean?
That's so good.
So yeah. So when we went to that, and then I didn't know how to play guitar, play nothing. So and then you know how Lucero was. He had us singing, and he had the people that were instruments, whatever.
Yes.
So he signs me up for the voice class, and that thing just blew my mind, like freaking blew my mind. And I'm like, I'm gonna get everything I can out of this.
Awesome.
And that's kind of just how I learned more of the technique, like because he started taking us a lot. Like we went to that one, and then I think
We went to
right after that we went to
Cruces,
Cruces,
and then
and
we
then went
went
to
to,
Arizona,
yes, to
and
Tucson.
right. And
That
so
was
I
a
was
good
like,
one.
I'm gonna write down and practice every flipping exercise they're telling us,
That's
every
cool.
because this is the only chance I get to get any kind of like actual
Good for you. That's so
instruction. So,
awesome. And it was all
so
paid for by the
it
school,
was all
so
paid for by the school,
that was
man. So
awesome.
I was having a great time.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah,
Those conferences were a blast.
yeah, those are so fun.
Um, so Megan had brought up a point that Lucero kind of at first was very hesitant to let people cross pollinate with instruments. So he had his singers, and he was like, "Did he ever turn you down from learning something else?"
Kinda. I remember when after the first year, like in the ninth grade, I kind of like I was chilling, having fun singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
It
course.
was cool. I liked doing that. But then after a while, after those conferences, I started to notice that like the our group was different because he always put like me, Amanda, and Javi up in the front to sing, and then he had everybody, you guys, everybody else playing and stuff. And like, after going to the conferences and seeing that that wasn't the dynamic,
That wasn't the
that
norm.
wasn't the norm. Like
Right.
violins sing,
Right.
guitars
Right.
sing,
Right. Right.
whoever they go up to the front, take their turn, or do whatever they do.
Sure.
And so I started to see that, and then I started to get this feeling of like, I feel like useless, kind of like this sucks.
Less
Everybody plays
than.
an instrument and
Yeah. Yeah.
and they sing, and I'm like, I'm over here just singing, and like so I felt kind of weird. So by the 10th grade, I was like, I should friggin' learn the guitar. And
Yeah.
I had a guitar at my house that my grandma had bought me like since I was like 12 or
Oh
13.
wow.
I think I was like in the 8th grade when she bought it.
Wow.
And when I first tried it at home, and my mom had a cousin that was in a band, and he tried to teach me how to do chords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And after like the first few lessons, I was like, this shit hurts. I was like, I'm
I'm
not
not
doing
doing
this
this.
shit. I left that thing under the bed forever. And then until finally it started to like, kind of weigh on me a little bit. And then that's when I was like, I better pull that damn thing from under the bed and start learning this. So then like in 10th grade, that's when I tried getting in the guitar class, but Lucero was kind of weird.
He was, and there was a moment where it came like, and this is kind of what blew me away about Lucero saying that to you guys. I never knew he did that
Yeah.
because I think it was my senior year, towards the end of the year. He was like, "Oh, you guys can't just stand there and sing. You need to learn instruments." And I was like, "Didn't they want to learn instruments?" And like, you were the one who said no. Like,
Right.
we you held this back. So this could have been like further advanced than this, but you held it back. So now you can't act like you're the one who came up with the idea. So I like to think that maybe you put that in his head, and and
Yeah, like, well, what happened was, I mean, so I was like, okay, well, I'll start playing guitar or at least learning. And I remember Javi started kind of dabbling with it too, because he
yeah,
didn't really
yeah,
play
yeah,
either. So, and then, I was like, I'll learn in his guitar class, and then maybe he'll let me play with,
right,
in
right,
the
right.
in the group. And then, so like, he would kind of just get there to the guitar class. He'd open up the closet so we could all get our guitars out, and then he'd go chill in the office
Yep,
like for an hour,
yep.
and then we'd just be out there like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
Just
like he literally told us in the guitar class. My first guitar class that I took was with 10th grade, and he sat us down. He taught us like two basic songs, and the rest of the year he was like, "No, teach each other." And like, that's your
yes,
job. What do you
that's
mean
what
teach
yeah,
each
he's like,
other?
"Ask the other kids or something." He did yeah, he taught us like a trick, and it wasn't even a song, it was like a dee nee 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 dee nee nee nee
Yeah.
something, I don't know.
And the
Oh, sorry,
weird
go ahead.
thing is that like he was like, okay, not only was he the teacher, so obviously that was his job, but like how
Mhm.
are we supposed to teach each other when none of us
None
know?
of us even
We're
know.
here to learn from you.
Yeah, for real. Also, I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing or what. So I was like, well, he don't even use he had like a drawer, like a file full of like guitar books.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm taking this book because he don't
Oh,
even
good.
use it.
Good for you.
So I just took his book.
Good.
I didn't give it back either. I was like, I don't
I'm
think he'll
keeping
miss it.
it.
He won't. So that's what I went and did. And it was just like a book one of some kind of simple student like
Sure.
book, and like guitar method something. So I was like, whatever. I was like, I can't. So I was trying to go, from the beginning to the end, trying to learn it. Like, So I read like the first few pages on how to read like maybe rhythms and the staff and things like that. At least get a basic
Holy
idea.
shit, dude, you're further than I am.
So I was like trying to get it, and I still couldn't really like it's really hard. You know what I mean?
It is
If you're
really
just
hard.
trying to like look at it like that. So I was like, well, whatever. So I was like, flip to the back of the book. There's just chord charts. I was like, right, I can read
That's what I
this.
need. Yeah.
So then I was like, I'll just learn all these flipping chords right here until I know how to do them.
That's
And so
too cool.
that's what it was. And then like I didn't know how like wapangos, sones, all that stuff. I was like,
The
I would
strums.
try to watch the best I could. You know what I mean? Like
That's
without it,
tough.
I didn't get those patterns or learn all that real good until like later, probably until I was like a senior, maybe.
No kidding.
But I just, you watch it long enough or you get it long enough and then you
Yeah, yeah.
just pick it up. But that's
When
kind of what happened in his class.
when did you pick up the vihuela?
The vihuela was kind of an accident,
No
really.
kidding.
Cause what happened was when after we got out of high school and stuff like that, like I didn't really have anywhere to go musically. I didn't even know where I would join or what. But then I heard about like a youth mariachi called Mariachi Camino Real, and I tried
Okay.
getting into that. It was already packed with tons of kids and people and stuff, and like um, they were kind of skeptical about having me in there because I didn't play really all that great, just a little bit. And
Interesting.
then she told me flat out, she's like, "Well, you have to play your instrument because this isn't just a group like you can't just be a singer." And I was like, I know, you know what I mean? Like I will though. If you let me, I'll practice. I will." So like they did let me in and stuff, and I, try to follow the best I could on my guitar and pick it up. And I was like, well, I'm
Wow.
determined. I'll get better. I'll get better. You know what I mean? So I think I was like 18, 19 by the time I got into that. And then,
Oh, that's interesting.
so what happened with that, like we stayed in that for a little while. Um, and then by the time, what, maybe I was 20, like kind of like we trickled out of it, fell out of it. And like, it's kind of funny because everybody that trickled out went and made a group.
No,
Like
hold on.
even
You're saying we. Who are you talking about in the we
and we
context?
like kind of like Lorenzo used to be in that group,
No shit.
and he went out and made Mariachi Diferencia. He left
Right,
it.
right, right.
Javi was also part of that group, but he
No
went and joined
kidding.
Mariachi Porvenir after he left that group.
Oh, wow.
And
So there
then
was a bunch of you
there was a
guys.
bunch of us in there.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then me and Megan were in it, and Alma too. And
Oh, wow.
so when we kind of trickled out, they had the idea to make an all female mariachi.
Yes, I love this.
Yeah.
So good.
So that was hard in the beginning because there wasn't any girls we could find to play like guitarron, all the other instruments, all that stuff. So that was a challenge to find girls. So for the longest time, it was like me, Megan, and Alma. It was like two violins and a guitar.
I
And we're
mean,
just
that
like,
can make some good sound.
yeah, we were trying, you know what I mean? And we would get some girls to come, or like Alma would find somebody and then they'd come and try it out for like they seemed like really determined, and we'd have a practice with them or something, and then they just wouldn't show up, like nowhere to be found anymore.
That sucks.
So I was like, shit, like we can't find anybody until finally they were like, we found a guitarron and a vihuela. And I was like, who? Well, it's these two guys from Pecos. So we're like, oh, okay. We had this guy named Anthony from Española who was kind of like our manager type thing, or he was like our lead. I don't know. He was kind of helping us organize our songs and things like that.
Okay.
And at a point, he finally told us, he's like, "You guys are gonna have to just go like co-ed on this because we can't find no girls anywhere."
That sucks.
Yeah, so we're just like, "All right, we'll give it a shot." And then that's when we find Joe and Miguel from Pecos because Joe played guitarron, and then Miguel was on vihuela.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're finally like, whatever, let's do it. So we got it rolling. We formed an actual group. Finally, we started even like taking gigs and things like that.
Nice.
And then Sarah, remember little
I
Sarah?
do remember Sarah.
She was in our group for a while too. She was all little, and so we had like three
She was
violins.
all little.
Yeah, she's always been kind of little. But yeah, so we're like, whatever. We got it rolling finally, and we're doing gigs and we're doing stuff. We got new trajes and everything, and we're
Nice ones
having a
too.
blast. Yeah, some nice ones and stuff. And then the guys kind of trickled out too after a while, like after we had kind of finally established ourselves.
Yeah.
And then so we're like, shit, like what are we gonna do now? Oh, and we had Cynthia in the group too. She was
Don't think I know her.
yeah, she was only 13 when she first came into the group.
Wow.
And yeah, so she was another violin. So we had a bunch of violins and
Which is
stuff.
fucking awesome because that's
Yeah.
usually the one that you
That's
can't
usually you need,
find.
like yeah. So we had all them and stuff like that. And then so when they kind of decided to go we're thinking, we're like, well, should we try and give it another shot at finding um girls? I don't know, because when Joe left, the guitarron player, he's like, I'm quitting, I'm going, for whatever reasons he
Sure.
left and stuff. And then he he just he's like, but I know somebody in Pecos, a girl. And we're like, a girl guitarron. We haven't been able to find one of them before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So finally, that's how we found Vanessa. That's how we met her. You know what I mean? And she
Yeah.
ended up being our guitarron player.
It's awesome.
And she was real fresh, but we're just like, shit, we don't
Hey,
got
whatever.
any other
You
choice. You know what
you
I
got
mean?
the group now, so
Yeah. So, but I mean, eventually she learned really well. Like she became really good. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But in the beginning, it was a little bit hard getting her rolling and stuff like that. And then yeah, so the way I learned how to play the vihuela or got into it, sorry, big old story behind
No, that's what
the big
this is
question.
about. I love it.
So then finally the way I accidentally started playing the vihuela was because we kept looking for a girl vihuela to add to the group, and we're just like, "No, chicks play the vihuela. Nobody plays a freaking vihuela." And we're like, "Shit," you know what I mean? And so then I think Vanessa's the one who's like, "Well, there's a girl in my youth mariachi. She plays guitar." And we're like, "All right, well, let's go visit her." So we go and pay a visit to her at her house, and her dad's there and stuff, and we had to ask her dad if it was okay if she could join and all kinds of stuff. And she was all like, me and Megan sang for her and did some songs for her and stuff. So she got all like blown away, and
Oh,
she's
wow.
like, because she was in high school, you know what I mean? And me and Megan were already like 20. Well, I was like 21 at the time. Megan could have
Wow.
been like 19 or yeah,
Sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
And anyway, so then she's all excited. She's like, her dad's like, "You better make up your mind what you want to do." Because he said he wanted to be in the high school group and blah, blah, blah. He's like,
Oh, jeez.
he's like, "Do you want to be in there or do you want to be with them?" He's just like, "I want to be with them." So, so he let her come right away. But she was a guitar player.
Okay.
And that same day, I was like, fuck it. I'm learning vihuela, I guess, because that's
Nice.
how we're going to get the vihuela players if I do it myself. So
Nice. Good for you,
started
Jojo. That's fucking awesome.
so I was like, and then I got stuck to it. So I just didn't
And now that's your
stop. And that's
preferred.
my preferred now because, like, I just started practicing so much at the vihuela to try to learn it or get comfortable with it that I kind of left the guitar a little bit like on the back burner.
Do you
And
ever play the guitar anymore?
yeah, at home I still play it, and like,
Just for
I'm not
fun,
the
though.
greatest, but yeah, I still play it like here and there or when I'm trying to sing like other things like not mariachi or whatever.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, just yeah, like that. But the vihuela's kind of my thing now.
What, out of curiosity, what other things do you sing and play that
Oh,
are
yeah.
not mariachi?
um, well, I like singing country stuff sometimes.
Interesting.
Sometimes because I feel like it's hard to get out of mariachi style when you're so used to it. Like
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
totally.
um except for that, like the only thing I don't have is like the twang to sing to sing country, but like I like singing country because I feel it has almost that similar grit to it as
Interesting.
mariachi.
It's very
So I feel like
interesting.
I can match it a little bit.
Okay.
And then I like singing like oldies or like older
That's fucking
songs.
awesome.
Um what other stuff I
Well,
like?
I will say though that oldies has changed. The definition of oldies has changed
Oh, yeah.
because the other day I was like talking to somebody and he's like, "Yeah, I like to listen to oldies." And he's like, "There's an oldie station." And so I listened to it and they were playing me shit from the 90s
The
and I was like,
90s, y'all.
"This is not fucking oldies. That is horrible. What the
You know
fuck?
what?
How old am I?"
I know.
I'm from that era. I'm not
Yeah.
oldies.
That's not oldies. Yeah, for real. For
That's too
sure.
funny. So walk me through the rest of your mariachi career leading up to present, and now you're obviously one of the pros around
Oh,
Santa
snap.
Fe. So
Yeah, so then after we finally got the girl mariachi going, that just kind of took off. Like I think, and I'll be honest, I think it's because we were a bunch of girls and then we
yeah, but
marked
you were fucking good though. Don't like play it down. You guys were really good. You
we
even recorded music videos, right?
yeah, we did and we were good and stuff like that. But I guess it was just kind of attractive looking to see like a bunch of girls just
Fuck it.
oh, yeah, so we played off of it. We didn't mind. And then we kind of like we used it to our advantage too. Our marketing deal was like, we're Mariachi Buenaventura, Santa Fe's first all-female mariachi. So
Yeah,
we used that to our advantage
that's so
and
good. I
it
love it.
helped us. You know what I mean? We got gigs all over the place and sometimes we'd get more gigs than anybody else. And I won't lie, like, people would other groups would kind of be like, "Oh, it's just because we're all girls," and we'd be like, "Well, yeah, like who
So
cares? So what?" So we used it to our advantage, but we did sound good as well. You know what
you
I mean? We
did
didn't just like pump out a bunch of like crap. We
right.
did. We practiced. We worked hard, and like we got it rolling, you know?
And I encourage anybody out there, if you're curious, jump on YouTube and just and look them up
Check it
because
out, yeah.
there's some cool
There's still
ass
some
videos
stuff out
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we were doing that, and then me and Megan formed that, and it took us a long time to get the girls, everything rolling and established and working and stuff. And then so that's officially formed in 2005. And then Megan stayed till about 2008. And then that's when she moved away to New York.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So she moved off to New York, and then from there it was kind of at a little bit of a rough patch because one of our violins, her mom was really strict with her and like kind of strange, and she took her out of it, and like she sent her away and everything, and like that.
Jesus,
Yeah,
why?
she was just her mom was I don't know, her mom's a little bit strange. So
Wow, that's fucking
so
crazy.
and she was really a strong violinist, which to this day she still plays mariachi de day too, and she's still fierce. You know what I mean?
Who is
So
it? Is it somebody I
Anishka,
know?
you know
Oh no, I
Anishka?
don't know.
No, yeah, she's fierce. Anyways, so like she left us at around that time, that same year, I think, but earlier in the months. And then so we lost one of our violins, and then we are like, crap, okay, we still have plenty, you know what I mean? We had like four more.
Okay.
And then so then yeah, we still had four left
That's
because we
a
had five violins at the
that's
time.
a huge
Yeah,
violin
big old
section.
section. Actually, we had like six of them. But Sarah was kind of always like a little bit in and out. She'd because
Oh,
of
no kidding.
school and college and things like that. So she
Oh,
would
okay.
come in and then she'd go and here and there. She was like our seasonal player. But anyway, so Sarah kind of wasn't really working too much. And then Nishka left. And then right after that, one of our other violin players, her mom and them were having trouble with their residency here. Well, they're in Santa Fe, and they were working with immigration to try to get everything fixed up and stuff. And see,
Fuck.
Maria had already been. Her name's Maria. She had already been living in. She had already been living in Santa Fe since she was little, like 8 or something, like
Yeah.
kind of small. And she's already like 19 right now at this point. And so then they're having this trouble, and they go down to their appointment to see if they could get all their things fixed and that, and bam, they get sent back
Shut the fuck
without
up.
being able to come back.
That's
So
horrible.
to this day, she still
Why
lives.
why why
She
why
didn't
not why were they not able to come back?
because I don't think they had like because I know the mom was married to a guy that was a resident. He was from Mexico too, but I don't know if he had his residency or his citizenship
Oh shit.
or what. But like I think I can't remember
That's
what happened,
horrible
why they got separated. I don't know if they went through a divorce or something. So then she didn't have anybody to like
to vouch for her or
vouch
whatever,
for
yeah.
her, yeah, or sponsor her or
Fuck.
whatever. So then something like that happened. And see, her younger brother was a citizen because he was born here. So they all had to move back. So they had to go back. And
So even her brother who was born here?
he didn't have no other choice. He was a little boy, so he had to go with
Dude,
his mom.
that's crazy sending people to a place they've never even been. That's fucking wild. Fuck
So
ice.
yeah. So that was and that was back in 2008. So so then anyway, that all happened, and we were all flipping sad about it, knowing
Yeah,
like Maria
totally.
all was crying, all of us were crying. It was like freaking all devastating for all of us. We're like, shit,
Of course.
she's going, like, and she's not coming back. And so then she was gone. She left at that time. So Nishka and then her, and then we're like, okay, well, we have three. And then after that, Megan decided to move to New York.
Down to
So
two.
down to two. So then and then it was and at that time it was a girl named Diana and Cynthia, and Cynthia was real good. She had been playing like in a youth or a symphony, like a youth orchestra, so she knew, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so did Diana. Diana was pretty good too, but um they weren't the strongest, like, you know what I mean, as far as like being up in the front and like, you know what I mean? They kind of like I think still relied on Megan a little bit, you know what
Oh,
I
okay.
mean? And things like that. Because Megan was the section leader and all that.
Sure.
So then so when Megan left, you know what I mean, we had to have a meeting, and we're just like, all right, um, we're gonna find more violins, I guess. And then one of you has to be the section leader because like you have to. Like, what are we gonna do?
Right.
And Cynthia, she said flat out, she's like, I don't want that responsibility. I just
Fuck.
want to come and play. She's like, I don't want to do that. And Diana was kind of like, well, she was a little bit like overwhelmed a bit, but I think she thought like maybe she wasn't ready for it, but she at least was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine. Let's do it. So
Wow.
she kind of did. And just after that, we kept looking for more girls and looking. Some came and some didn't work out and stuff. And then we met Erica, which today Erica has played with many groups and like backed up famous people and stuff
No
now.
shit.
And she's still, her and her husband still have like a really good mariachi and everything. So
Wow.
when we met her, she came in and she stuck, you know what I mean? And that worked out. So she became one of us, I guess.
Cool.
So yeah, it was just, looking for more, building up more again and stuff. And that went on for a long time, and, like, I mean, I had the group, we kept it going until 2018-ish.
Oh, no kidding.
So till 2018-ish, so that
Holy
was
shit.
2008. After 2008 when they all left and stuff, so from there, another 10 years.
Wow.
Just kinda getting bigger too, like,
Holy
more
shit.
bigger and more popular, and until, like, a lot of the girls just decided to do other things and go other directions or form their own groups,
No
and stuff
kidding.
like
That's
that,
crazy.
and that's when it kinda started to trickle off, and I kinda just stopped selling the idea of an all-female group. I still had the name, but I was just like, "It's just Buenaventura," you know what I mean? And then, so then after that, that's 2018, and then by, like, 2019, me and some of the other girls that were still in the group, we decided to, like, just form a separate group also, like a spare one, like, we'll have Buenaventura for
Spare one.
that's yeah, I guess in a way you could say that.
That's too funny.
Or like our new project, I guess.
Okay.
So, because we didn't only want to play like, strictly mariachi, we kinda wanted to venture even
Oh,
like playing our instruments, but also, like, one time we had some guys on the conga come hang out and play with us, and then
wow.
another guy on, like, what did we have one time? Like, congas and, like, a stand-up bass, like, we got
Oh, that's
together with
cool.
just messing we're like, "Let's form this, like, new thing," you know what I mean? We'll have our new
Nice.
project, and then we'll still have Buenaventura for, like, our working group,
Okay.
so that kinda was that, and then then by 2019, 2020, I had completely already dropped Buenaventura completely,
Oh,
like,
geez, really?
I just stuck to Euforia from there on, and I found other guys to join and other guys, you know what I mean, like, a bass player from Albuquerque and another accordion from Albuquerque, and then that kinda became our little identity with the accordion.
Wow.
Yeah, because the other girls left eventually too, and then when Megan, the group she was playing with in Santa Fe kind of trickled off also, she joined us, and then it was like me, Megan, the guy from here on accordion, and then the bass player from Albuquerque, and that was like our new little like fusion that we made, like norteño music, different kinds of stuff, all kinds of things, and sometimes we didn't even wear like trajes, we dress in other clothes and things like that, um, because we just want it to be like a just like a mariachi, but like a fusion of other stuff.
That's
So
cool.
so ever since then, like 2020, that's when we kind of developed our new little like our new little identity. That's what we are now still,
That's cool.
like a fusion of things.
And are you guys gigging and everything still?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all we do.
What kind of gigs are you playing for now?
We play for everything. We play for, well, everything. Birthdays, weddings,
Really?
everything, like,
So
yeah.
you're getting booked just like a regular mariachi?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We still
Wow.
we still kind of go as a regular mariachi. Like we wear our suits, our trajes and stuff like that. And
But
like,
but you're like a lot more versatile. You have a fucking accordion in there.
oh
That's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
so that
So
opens up a whole nother section of music that you can play.
all kinds of stuff, yeah. And then the two guys we play with, the accordion we have now, and then the bass player we have now, those guys are like insane. Like they play everything. Like
Cool.
you just hand them an instrument and they'll play it.
Oh,
Like
no shit?
no joke. Like the drums,
Wow.
guitar, electric bass, piano,
Wow, that's cool.
everything. And they're both fierce, like for real. Like it's
That's cool.
crazy. I feel bad if they have to play with me sometimes because I'm like
Shut
shit.
up. That's too
But
funny.
yeah, but no, they're really good. So I mean, they can jump in and play anything. So like,
So moving forward, does your musical future just consist of sticking it out with this? Do you have any ambition for side projects still, or are you gonna go back to a mariachi, or are you just happy where you're at?
um, at the moment, I'm kind of happy where it's at right now. But we do, as our group, we have some side projects. We're gonna be working in a show hopefully pretty soon. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it or what, but anyways, we're coming up with a pretty cool show pretty soon. We're working with another guy there in Santa Fe who has like a recording studio and all kinds of stuff, and
Sweet.
he's gonna help us put together like a big show with other like New Mexico artists
Cool.
and New Mexico bands and all kinds of stuff. So
Dude, that's
hopefully we're gonna be
awesome.
part of that project that's coming up now in like January.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
So yeah. So I'm excited about that. I
All
think it's gonna be
right.
fun.
Well, before we move on from the whole mariachi and musical talk, I made you bring your instrument
Oh yeah.
because I would like you to give us a little demonstration of your skills there, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. One of the vihuelas I had, we got to go to Europe with this choir from Chihuahua, Mexico, to like these they're like Olympics but for choirs. So we got to back them up um
Holy shit!
in their folklore category.
Yeah.
And we went all over the place with them. We went to like freaking France, Belgium, Austria, Germany. When we first got into France, that's where our plane landed. And we were out there waiting and waiting and waiting forever for like all the instruments to come in because the guy also had this huge like keyboard and stuff that he took on the plane and everything.
Oh
We
wow.
got there. And then we're there and then like everybody's, oh, there's my instrument, there's mine, there's my violin, whatever. Everybody, mine's just not coming up.
Oh
And I'm
fuck.
freaking out, man. And then so finally it's just been too long and I'm like, where the hell is it? Like I'm freaking out. So then we finally get some help and then like one of the supervisors comes up to me. They're like, ma'am, can you please come into the office with us? And I'm like, oh my God. So they take me in there and I walk in and it had like a case with steel on the edges and everything. The case, the vihuela was completely like a crumbled up paper,
Shut up.
demolished. They had dropped it off like the cart where they take the luggage and they backed up on it and it was just demolished. And I'm in France. Like, where the
Oh
hell am I
my
gonna find a vihuela? And we're
god.
supposed to go to these like choral Olympics and stuff. And I didn't practice like the stuff he had us practicing was like really intricate. And I hadn't practiced the guitar in years or practiced his specific music, like the director's arrangements on the guitar. So I was like freaking the hell out. Luckily, there was this dude from Mexico City that joined us on the trip like a couple weeks later. So I had to stick it out for the first like 2 weeks, just
Holy
like
shit,
singing
dude.
and like pretending and or like I think I borrowed a guitar one of the times, but he brought me a vihuela from
That
Mexico.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. All right. I don't know to sing. I should have thought about this. What's cool? What's cool? I'm trying to think what I can sing real
Did you
quick.
just say what's cool?
Yeah, what's cool? What song is cool? Do you have any requests? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't.
um,
Maybe something old school. How about that?
something old school.
Something from our capital days.
Or capital days. All right. Let's see. How about Tu Solo Tu? That's the first song
Beautiful.
he
Love
made me
it.
sing
Love it.
for the whole class. Let's see. All right. Okay. Mira cómo ando, mi amor, por tu querer, borracha y apasionada, no más por tu amor. Mira cómo ando, mi bien, muy dada la borrachera y a la perdición. Solo tú, has llenado de luto mi vida, abriendo herida en mi corazón. Tú, solo tú, eres causa de todo mi llanto, de mi desencanto y desesperación. I don't know.
That was so good,
Someday.
dude. So good. Loved it. Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
All right. Let's get you comfortable again and I'll fix your mic. You comfortable?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was fucking awesome. I miss playing. Every
Thank
time
you.
I have somebody over here playing, I'm like, I'm gonna
Like,
go get my
man,
guitar on, but no.
I'm gonna go to a gig. No.
Yeah. I've been playing with Lorenzo on and off
Mhm.
once in a while. So I played strong with them for a good couple of years, but you know, they practice in Santa Fe, everybody's up north in Pecos and shit, and I was like, I don't I have a job and then I have like way too many side projects to be like driving out of my way to go to practice and stuff. So I kind of
Yeah.
had to bow out gracefully. And
Yeah. Well, you could still go to a gig here and there.
yeah, I do. They call me
Yeah.
once in a while. Like I was at work one day and Lorenzo called me and he's like, "Hey, are you working today?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm at work right now." And he's like, "What time do you get off?" I said 6. And he's like, "Well, fuck, we'll already be playing, but why don't you stop by and gig with us?" And I was like, "Okay." So
Yeah.
on my way down from Los Alamos, I stopped in Espanola and played for a good hour or something like
Oh,
that with
nice.
them. And
Well, that's a good thing. It was like over there
yeah,
on the way down.
I didn't have my guitarron or nothing, but he had one, so
Oh,
it was fun. I do miss it, but I have so much going on
it's a
that I
lot.
couldn't
Yeah.
dedicate my job. Like you guys, all of you guys, it's like your career. That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's
I mean, Lorenzo has an accounting thing going on, I think, or something.
with the hotels. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you, Megan, Javi, that's your guys's. Well, I guess not Javi anymore, but you and Megan for sure. That's your
Yeah.
prime source of income and everything, right?
Yeah. That's our only
She
thing we
was
do.
she was telling me that you guys, both of you, had like a struggle when COVID hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about your COVID experience with music.
Well, I was so hurt about it because we had a bunch of gigs already booked out, like for summertime and everything, a bunch of weddings and all kinds of stuff. And it was weird. Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew if we were allowed to go anywhere or go to houses or go to like it was new to everybody.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
I think it was like I remember it specifically like March of 2020 when everybody was like, well, this is odd. Like, can't we just go to the party? And they were like, no, what if I heard you could get in trouble now if you go or so we were just like, "This is weird." And then the people also that we were, like, having to cancel with too, like, because we're like, "We can't go to your party anymore," or this and that. They were still kinda, like, getting used to it as well. So then they're like, "Well, why not? Can it's alright. What if we're outside or what?" Like, "Sure, but I have some." And then, I couldn't, like, even if I say I was okay with it, I couldn't, like, put that pressure on my bandmates that didn't feel comfortable doing it.
sure, yeah,
So I was like, "I can't. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cancel this event." You know what I mean? And then it was everything happened so fast. Like a couple weeks later, it
yeah,
was just the norm to not. So
yeah,
everybody was understanding after that we canceled, and people were just like, "I'm so sorry. We're not gonna have our party." And like, let's see what happens. Nobody knew how long it was gonna take, so we're just like, we'll try to reschedule or whatever. Like all of us thought, like maybe in a couple weeks or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
and no, it's like not even.
Well, we all know how that turned out.
Know how that turned out. So yeah, so then that was just sad, and then, like, I wasn't used to that, like, I was used to at the time, I was married, and, my husband then had like, he always took care of us, he always had a really good job, and, like, he took care of the main things, but I used to like helping, you know what I mean? Or I used
Of
to put my
course,
part in, it was
right,
kind of
right, right.
my thing, and then I was just like from then on, I'm like, "I have nothing, no money at all, like, nowhere to get anything from." And he's just like, "Well, I mean, whatever, we're gonna just do it how it comes, whatever." So that was okay. I mean, at least he stayed working and still
Oh, that's good.
taking care of us. So we didn't suffer too bad with that.
Good,
It's just
good,
that
good.
I just got stuck in the house. That's it. I guess we all
That's
did.
yeah,
So we all got stuck at home, but
that's hard.
and then the thing that sucked is like a lot of us, we all lost our gigs. Everybody lost their gigs, projects, anything we had all came to a standstill. And then after that whole first year passed, none of us knew how to get back into it either because like there were still a lot of restrictions
Yeah,
and still
yep,
like the restrictions and then we still were like do people even want to have parties now and like so it was hard to get rolling all over again until like stuff lifted more, so that was just a challenge to get it all back, but I
yeah,
just always stayed with the mindset it will,
yeah,
it
yeah,
will it
yeah.
will just hang in there, just wait it out.
Me
But
and the wife have a saying, COVID ruined everything.
yeah, I know it sucked.
Fucking ruined
It ruined
everything.
everything, gosh dang it, yeah, for real.
Um, okay, so wild that you were married and you have a kid. That shit blows my mind.
2.
You have 2 kids.
Yeah,
Holy shit, dude. Okay,
2.
so walk me through your personal life after high school because you and I lost touch. Obviously, I bowed out of the mariachi because I wanted to go live life and I was a
Do
dumb kid and
things.
shit. But
Yeah.
but so I didn't keep up honestly with anybody, and I feel really bad about it. But now I'm here. Please
Right.
update me. What
No,
did
for
you
sure.
do in your personal life after high school?
After high school, okay, yeah, so alright, so I graduated when I was 18, and then that's when I was kind of up in the air. I knew I wanted to do music, and that was, like, the only thing I wanted to do. I just didn't really know how to get back into it because I wasn't in the high school mariachi anymore.
Right.
Like, where the hell do I go just jump into a mariachi, especially I don't even play that good, like my instrument or nothing. And then that's when I found the youth when I was mentioning earlier. And
Right.
so that's why I was like, I need to get in there. That's the only place I'm gonna get some kind of training
Well, quick
from.
question:
Mhm.
who found that? Because there was a large group of you guys there. Who found it initially? Like, did each one of you guys find your way there by
I don't
yourselves?
know. You know what? The lady who was running it at the time her name is Richland MacArthur, and then a guy was helping her, Eddie Hernandez. He still plays in Mariachi Azteca today,
That's wild.
and we had known Eddie since we were kids because he used to run like a little mariachi class at the community college. Like
Okay.
it was kind of like a just a cool course you could take at the community college, and we used to go hang out at his class and take it with him and stuff. He's a great singer, great vihuela player, so he would. We always looked up to him a lot. So then he started helping out with the youth mariachi, and I don't even remember how I don't know how it formed
Okay.
actually or
Well,
like what, but we just knew a lot of us that were getting out of high school were going into it. And
okay.
I think word of mouth kind of just got out and
Okay.
like Javi was lucky. He like when Javi was the only one I knew so far that was going into like an actual gigging mariachi. He got into Mariachi Porvenir. And I was like, damn, that's cool. I was like, yes. Like, at the time, so I was like, how the hell did he do that? So I was like, I need to get into this youth group because otherwise I really don't know how I'll get into this scene at
Interesting.
all.
Okay.
So that was that after high school, like when I was around 19. But I met my husband when I was 19, and 6 months later we get married.
No shit. That's quick.
So I got married at 19, 6 months right after I met him. I met him like in 2003, June, and then by
That's
December we were married.
That's really wild to me because
Yeah.
like you never seemed like the dating type. You had more important priorities on your mind. You were
Yeah.
like focused, hyper focused on mariachi, and like personal life took a strong second
Right.
place
Yeah.
backseat to
And I didn't like boyfriends. I didn't even want a boyfriend. I was like, what the hell?
you
First
yeah.
boyfriend I get, I marry him. Seriously, it's like, geez. So I was like, what the hell? Anyway, so I stayed married to him for 19 more years.
Holy shit,
So
dude.
like half my whole life. I was 19 and then I stayed for 19. So
Wow.
I just got divorced when was it official? I separated from him in 2022 and then it was like officially divorced by 2023.
Sorry to hear that. Was
Uh
it mutual? Was it
yeah, it was mutual. Like the good thing it wasn't like a crazy hard process or
good,
nothing.
good.
And I didn't want to have any kind of conflict or drama and stuff. So I just left and we came to an agreement and like we still we're not like on bad terms. We talk
Good,
and
good. I
everything.
like
We
that.
do stuff for the kids and he takes care of them still and
That's fucking
everything.
wild. I
So
can't believe
I just wanted it clean and cut and like with no crazy shit.
how
So
I'm sorry to talk about it. Like I
yeah,
know that's
no,
not a
no problem. That's
comfortable
okay.
subject, but like
Yeah.
what 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 led to that? What led to a divorce? Like cuz it seemed after 19 years that's so
So
long.
long. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm it's not like I don't have fault in the matter, you know what I mean? I can honestly say like I was just so young when I got married. Like I didn't
Okay.
and like I said, I didn't ever actually have a boyfriend. Like I didn't even know what a relationship to have one was. Like I literally learned with him
Wow. That's
and I was
crazy.
19 and he was 27 as
Okay.
when I met him. So I think in a way he was a real controlling, like kind of jealous person. And
That sucks.
he and me being kind of like how do you say like naive and just not knowing a lot, you know what I mean? He kind of molded me how he needed me to be or wanted me to be. And since I was
Interesting.
so young and just went with it. And he kind of put like this I don't want to say like fear because I don't want to make it seem like he was this crazy monster, but he did put this idea in me that like you don't know what you're doing. Like you just listen to me and you'll be okay. Just follow my instruction and you'll be fine.
Wow. That's
So, I mean,
gnarly.
and it's weird to say it, like, he wouldn't say it exactly like that,
Sure.
but it was always implied in everything,
But
everything.
it didn't never got to the point where it was abusive or anything, right?
No, never physically abusive or anything like that.
Well, I mean, there is emotional
I'd say
abuse.
emotionally abusive, he was kind of like that, and the thing is just I didn't know any better, and I didn't think any better, and actually, I thought like, he always had the idea, like, "You need to fix yourself. You need to fix yourself, or you need to
Holy
get
shit,
better,
dude.
or you need to," so I always had the
That's so unsupportive.
yeah.
I hate that.
So I always had the idea throughout my whole life, pretty much, that I need to get better.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you didn't need to get better. You are already awesome.
yeah.
That sucks.
And then for a long time, I just finally towards the end, like I think this was back in 2021, like a year before we separated, I just found out he had like a whole other life
Oh, no
that
shit.
I didn't know about. And it was total flipping shock to me because, like I said, I was just like always like, I never got in his business. I never ruined his things. I never asked anything. I never questioned it. If he said this,
Damn.
then I was just like, oh, well, it must be then. You know what I mean? Like, I never really, and
Holy
we had a
shit.
lot of conflict between us for like a whole 19 years, a lot. And then because also there was a lot of push pull because he was always kind of like, he wanted things a certain way and I hated it. And like, so I'd like end up doing it, but wasn't happy about it. So we were always kind of like butting
That's
heads a bit.
fucking crazy,
So,
Jojo.
so then like when I finally found out that that was that, like, I was just like freaking blown apart. Like in my brain, I was completely shattered. Like,
Rightfully
and
so.
yeah, and I didn't know how to even like feel okay about it. I was like, it
Y-
took me a whole year after that to finally like be like, no matter how much this hurts, I think I have to go. Like I have to flip and go. Like, and I was staying because I was scared. Like not scared of him, but scared of like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Scared of the unknown.
yeah, like I don't freaking know what to do. I don't like, and then also like this hurts too much. Like, what if I just stay and hack this out and
Oh,
maybe this pain will
no.
go away?
No, no, no.
And but something inside me was like, no matter how much this hurts, you gotta go.
You
And
say
so
you said he has this other life, or did he have like a whole other family kind of life, or is it?
not to that extreme, but he was doing stuff like substances that I didn't know about. And then
Oh fuck,
I
dude,
didn't think he
that's
was into that. And then um talking to a lot of other women that I didn't had no clue. And I was just like, wow, like
well,
where the fuck was I
good
this whole
that you got
time?
out of that
But
because
yeah.
substance abuse is no joke, and that shit only gets worse. It generally doesn't ever improve. So
Yeah,
it's
and then for the longest time too, I stayed like drinking a lot myself, like
ah,
really bad because and I couldn't understand why I would. I just knew that like I needed to or I liked to a lot and it was just like it
it,
was the really just being destructive for me.
was it an escape, or was it that you just enjoyed the feeling, or what was it?
See, that's the hard part. Like I mean, I can't lie and say that I didn't enjoy the feeling, but also it just felt I think it was an escape. Now that I look back,
Well,
like
because I think a lot of people who drink, they're like, you know what I mean? This makes me forget. It takes me out of the situation and puts me into another place where I don't have to think about my real life. And like,
yeah.
just
And the crazy thing is that he was a massive heavy drinker when I met him, like insane heavy drinker, like really bad. And then
Jesus.
he stopped for a while, like he had a huge stretch, like a good 5, 6 year stretch where he quit cold turkey because he got sick from some kind of arthritis, like a form of arthritis. And then he got that under control. He finally got the meds he needed and everything was well and stuff. And then he just started again, like
Wow.
after the 5, 6 years that he just quit. And then he was a little better though. He knew how to like, it wasn't so destructive as it was before. But like when I would drink, he would look at me like I was the scum of the earth. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you drink as much as I do. What are you talking about?
Fuck.
Like,
That's so
so,
shitty.
oh yeah, bad. Like I was like even to quote him, he's just like, that looks bad on a woman, or that looks this and that on a woman. I'm like, dude, are you not looking at
Oh my
yourself?
God. Talk about chauvinist. That's
So
horrible.
bad. So like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I can honestly say, like, taking responsibility for myself, like I shouldn't have handled it the way I handled it. I just guess at the time I just didn't know any other way to handle it, but yeah, yeah, you figure it out eventually, but
That's fucking wild, Jojo.
yeah,
That's a crazy story. Um, Tell me about like okay, so I know over the recent years, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but you know this is the stuff that we need to get out in the open.
right.
Over the past few years, you've had a lot of loss in your family, and I talk about loss a lot on this channel because uh, just growing up in Santa Fe, like, and Sarah and I were talking about it last night. Like, so she grew up here in Albuquerque. She doesn't
Mhm.
know hardly anybody that died. She knows one grandparent who passed away, or two. I'm sorry, two grandparents who passed away from old age.
Right.
That's her experience with loss.
Right.
And I was thinking about my background in Santa Fe, and I just the list grows every fucking year, and it's now to the point where grimly I made a list. I actually made a list of everybody who I've known that's passed away in Santa Fe, like their causes and everything, because I want to
Right.
like I don't know. I'm working on an idea for a podcast with that, but
Yeah.
um, it's wild that it's more people than years I've been alive that I know who have passed from Santa Fe, and of all ages. Not even, and the majority of those people on that list, the vast majority are not any natural causes.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about your experiences recently with loss.
Recently, let's see. Well, I mean, I lost my dad in 2010, and then I lost my sister in 2020, like right in the middle of COVID. And unfortunately, they're like how you said, it's not natural causes. Both of theirs were induced causes for the way they they lived. You know what I mean? My
Lifestyles.
lifestyles. My dad was a bad alcoholic and drug addict for a long time, and then my sister as well. And it takes you eventually. I lost them. I've lost cousins, all kinds. I lost one to the same thing just this past June. Um,
Is it
it's
more drug or more alcohol?
um both,
Like, so overdoses and like
and just
alcoholism.
just to taking your body to the limits.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, to like, and I mean the extreme limits. It's like, how is that person even hanging on there? It's like, man,
So I have not like a direct experience, but um, one of my exes, her aunt got married to this guy, and within like 6 months, he was dead, but because of alcohol.
right?
So he got put into the hospital from his drinking. This guy would walk around with an Allsup's cup just all the time,
Oh,
just full
they,
of beer.
yeah,
Cool. You would think that wasn't so bad, but he had been doing this consistently for years, like 24 hours a day drinking. When he
right.
was sleeping was the only time he wasn't drinking.
When they're not, yeah, because it's like the second they open their eyes to the time they go to bed. So
Right.
it's just, and every day,
And this dude was so bad that he got put in the hospital, and the doctor's like, "Okay, look, your liver's good. We can come back from this, but you have to stop drinking right now. You cannot drink anymore."
right?
Minutes after that, he's on the phone calling his daughter, telling him that he can't get beer in there. They won't let him. So if she could bring him some beer to the hospital, like he was that bad.
Yeah,
So the second he got out, he just went right back to it, and he didn't make it more than a couple months after that, which is fucking wild. Like I'll never understand addiction to that
that
extent.
degree.
I had know several people who have it, and I know people who are addicted in other ways. To the point where like they don't have to drink every day, but when they do drink, they go all the way to the end of the limit. Like
Yeah,
blackout drunk. And I'm fortunate to not have any of those traits, or maybe I don't know what it is, but I'm fortunate to never have gotten to that point. But yeah, it's fucking wild how many people that Santa Fe alone takes like that.
yeah. It's Yeah, I don't wanna know I don't wanna say Santa Fe's bad, but I guess maybe it kinda is,
And
but
well, and in this conversation Sarah and I were having, she was like, "Well, maybe it's just that Santa Fe's smaller and everybody knows everybody. So it's not that you know more people who have died. It's just maybe because she's from Albuquerque and she doesn't know as many people."
right, it's more spread out and stuff.
Right. Like, but
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
just feels concentrated though, huh?
So
Like,
it very much does, because
yeah,
every day I just recently, as a matter of fact, when I had Santiago on here yet Monday, I was talking to him after the podcast, and we were talking about somebody who had passed. And oh no, I'm sorry, it was another friend, but we were talking about somebody who had passed recently, and I didn't even know. Like,
you're all shit.
yeah, like this dude was my age or even younger than me, and I'm
Yeah,
like, how? Like that, and they just found him dead in his house. It's
yeah,
it's not that is not natural.
right,
It's
yeah,
not natural to
for
know
sure.
or have that much loss in life. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Um, how did these losses affect you? Because obviously they were really close and hit home.
Um, well, the crazy thing is like, of course you're sad, you grieve your dad, your sister, you grieve them a lot. It affected me in the way, like, I don't know, I tried my hardest to just go into it with the mindset, like, I have to accept this for what it is, how they went, why they went, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna pretend it was something else, um, and I have to just in my mind, I guess I always just had the idea, I can't pass through this, or skip it.
Right.
It's just gonna happen a day at a time, and I'm gonna learn how to live with it a little bit each day, and that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So that's kind of the mindset I went in with it. As far as me, like, lashing out in any way or doing any, I don't think their deaths particularly made me, like, do anything off the rails or crazy, or take me into a place or this. I did go into a place like that for a while, but that was of my own doings. Like, I didn't get ever as bad as my dad or my sister, or like dabble in any of the things that they did or have their type of addictions. But I did drink a lot, and like I did like, I had a lot of depression, like, that I not was masking, but I was thinking, like, "This is normal." Like, I just have to suck it up and get over it, you know what I mean? Or and, like, when I look back now, I think a lot of the times I would drink, I would just, it was just a relief, I guess, and, like, I always wanted to go back to that state of relief and or get to that state of, like, if I just do all my responsibilities, do all this, then I can get to my state of
Damn, that's
being in that good place,
that's kind of awful.
and it was really awful, and, like, that mindset went on for a really long time, and it was really hard to, like, and then on top of that, you don't only suffer from just that, you suffer from a lot of, like, guilt and shame and embarrassment and all of that, and then what are you supposed to do with it? Who do you tell about it? Like, you just kinda swallow it and just pretend like, "No, you didn't see that," or you don't know me like that," you know what I mean? You don't actually know that about me or whatever, but that's what I kinda had to do for a really long time.
That's crazy. I don't I mean, not that my opinion matters much, but I don't think that you're that. Like, I think the things you've gone through are fairly normal and it shouldn't be an embarrassment. Like,
Oh,
now to that point, like, do you ever think about your mortality and versus like maybe you have addiction running in your family? Is that a thing? Because obviously your dad, your sister, like do you ever have a fear that maybe you have some of an addictive personality too and that it's gonna and
yeah, I used to think that, but like, I didn't want to let myself believe it. Like, I used to be like, maybe there's something that just runs in us or whatever. But I was like, okay, well, had to get serious with myself and be like, okay, addiction. Let's see, like, let's not think of it this way. It's mostly patterns that are learned from when you're little. You just see certain things and you think it's the
oh,
norm,
yeah, yeah.
or you do you live a certain lifestyle, you hear certain things, certain ways, and you just kind of think it's the norm. It's just patterns learned, and then also patterns of like not learning how to uh, cope with something, or patterns of learning not like the way how to express yourself or whatever, and then just things that build up.
That's
And
really
then
interesting.
I feel like the reason I was doing that is it was more of a symptom of what was really going on. It wasn't so much that I was addicted to like the habit of it. Like, I've never been one to wake up and have a drink. Like, I've never done that.
Sure.
Like, I've never been one like, I never suffered from a withdrawal or like like things like that of that nature or anything like that.
Sure.
It was always just and even the taste, like, who the hell likes, the actual taste of alcohol? It tastes like
Fair
shit.
enough.
I mean, it's gross. It was always more the addiction of just what it made me feel
Right.
at the moment, and then, so, like, to me, it was more like, okay, like, who the hell gets addicted like coffee? Yes, I'll get addicted to coffee because I love that shit.
100%.
It's delicious.
I could have made you a coffee. You should have
Yeah.
told me.
Oh, man. You but, but for real, I'm like, it's not actually the taste or the habits or the little ritual of doing, well, that those are weird things you do have to get out of, but, like, it was just mostly like, I'm trying to get to a place. I'm trying to get somewhere, and I'm not sure where I'm trying to get. It's like I'm trying to find this unicorn, and every time I think if I get wasted, I'll find that flipping unicorn, but I don't. And
Damn,
then
dude.
it's worse after that. It's worse after I'm left worse than I was before.
Right.
And like I'm searching for this thing, I'm trying to get to this thing. I'm trying to make it better and it never comes and I keep doing the same stupid thing to try to make that thing come about, but it's not.
That's
And I'm
wild.
just like, it's like why am I doing this same shit trying to make this result happen when I know that's not the way to do it? Like I just had to keep it in mind and hope like there is a way though. There is a way. There is a way to get to that thing I'm trying to get to, which I still don't even understand myself what it is I'm trying to get to. But I just know that I have to find a different way to get to it.
That's
Um
that's a lot of self-awareness and self-control. So like bravo to you because most people just are like, no, fuck it. That the bottle gets me there, so I'm gonna keep sticking to the
keep
bottle.
sticking. Yeah. And it's like, 'cause to me, I think of it, it's like and I don't wanna say because it's really like a cliche kind of thing, like, "Oh, yeah, you self-medicate," or,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
"You use it as like a medicine," or whatever. It's like, yes, but, yeah, it I guess you could say self-medicate or whatever, but it's mostly like, to me, I guess the way I saw it, drinking wasn't an addiction, it was just it was a symptom of something stuck in me already. like something I couldn't figure out that was hurting me in some way. And the drinking is just the symptom of
That's fucking
that real
wild.
issue that you got to fix in there. It's hard to identify exactly what it is, but it'll be different for everyone, unique to everybody. And you just got to find that little thing it
That
is.
that's so
So,
self-aware. That's fucking
so,
wild. Like that's some deep thought.
yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of how I had to approach it. And oh, believe me, I had to learn the hard way in every way you can imagine. Like, I mean, DWIs,
No
getting
shit.
stuff, going to jail a bunch of times.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
yeah, well,
Jojo, you're a little innocent. You didn't go to jail?
because I would get like wasted by myself, and I was always like a lot of the times I was doing it alone. So I would, you know, and then going to jail, uh, going through the processes of DWIs, which really sucks, and
Oh
then
yeah.
going through like a depression because of like after I got out of my relationship, I didn't know how to be single. I wasn't single since I was 19. I didn't even know who the hell I was.
That's
I
crazy.
I freaking like just kind of went on a little rampage of like self-discovery, I guess. Or at least that's how I saw it.
Okay.
Like I needed to just be me, do the things I wanted to do, like without him in my ear, without
Yeah,
him
yeah.
shaming me for it, or without him telling me who I was, or, always, because it was always, I kind of defined myself sometimes by what he thought of me.
Fuck, that's
And
horrible.
so, like, I was finally like, well, I get to do this now. And I kind of went on a little binge, a little rampage, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was weird. I knew I wasn't like maybe doing the healthiest of things, like partying a little bit too much. But at the same time, I was like, man, I know this isn't the greatest way to do it, but at the same time, this feels really good.
Well,
Like
you're
it does.
discovering. It's not that you were like, "Oh, I need to fuck myself up." It
Yeah.
was more of a I need to see how this is for me, I feel
Right.
like.
And it took me a long time to get rid of the guilt too, because I would go to places or do things and I'd be like, shit, he's gonna get pissed. And I'm like,
Oh god.
and I'd be like, well, who cares?
Yeah, but wasn't that the
I,
point to like not have him in your
yeah.
ear?
Well, he was in my mind,
That
and like, or
sucks.
things like that were in my mind. Everybody was in my mind. I was just like, everybody's gonna hate me for this shit. But then, like, I came to a point where I was like, I don't give a fuck. I have to do it for me because I want to.
It's you. It's
Yeah.
not everybody else. That's fucking crazy.
And then, like, I don't. He was never really an affectionate person, so I wasn't used to getting hugged, kissed, told a compliment, told anything like that.
Jesus Christ.
So when I started getting a lot of that attention, like it kind of like it felt really good to get it, to receive it, but I think I was like too naive, and I wanted to feel loved so bad, like so bad, like I was willing to feel loved by anybody,
Jesus, Jojo, I'm
even if they weren't
sorry.
good for me, and which I kind of got myself into another little relationship was which actually not really good for me, which kind of took me a little bit deeper into my depression sort of. And then
Fuck.
during that time, what sucks is that like I had a DWI from 2015 when I was still with him. And then that was a big shit show because with him and everything like that. And my daughter was only like 4 at the time, my oldest. That was in 2015. And then when we were separating in 2022, I got a second one, which
Damn
like
it.
7 years later. So then I have 2 in my belt, and I'm like, this sucks. Like this is really bad. It's not good to have 2 under your belt. Not good to have 1, but 2 now I'm like really screwed. I need to not like fuck up anymore. And then kind of that's when we were separating. So then I separated completely, went trying at the same time to find this self-discovery thing, but at the same time being really depressed and messed up. So it was like what's that word? That cognitive dissonance happening there or
Yeah.
whatever. Like 2 things fighting each other all the time. So then I get into this other little like relationship thing and stuff like that. That takes me down another drain. And bam, I get 2 of them back to back that same year,
Shut in 2022?
2024,
Oh,
just last
shut
year.
up. So you're at 4?
So I'm at 4 now. So
Jojo.
then it was 2015, 2022, and then 2 of them
Oh
back
my
to back in
god.
2024. It happened in June and August.
Dude.
And then so like now that was the time I'm like, I'm fucked, dude. I'm cooked right now. Like I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna come out of this one. I don't know what they're gonna do to me. I don't know what like a fourth one that's like that's a fourth degree felony. and that's like an automatic 6 months in jail and 6 months to 18 months in jail. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking cooked right now. Like, I don't even know where I'll start. So then the court system leaves you up in limbo forever.
Of
So,
course.
so from August all the way to August to like March of this year, I'm in limbo, just waiting on them. They have me on restrictions, all kinds of stuff. They have me on, I mean, not only the breathalyzer in your car, of course, but they have you on a handheld one that you have to take everywhere
Oh, shut
while
up.
while you're waiting to hear from them. Like you don't know
No
what the hell they're
kidding.
actually gonna do to you, but they have you on this thing waiting. So
So they're
I'm
saying you are not allowed to drink, period, during
no,
this
not
time.
at all. So then, like, so then it was June, August when those last two happened. They keep me in limbo for a bit. Then in October, they gave me the little handheld machine. So October all the way to April of this year, I'm on that dang thing, and I'm like hoping that they're gonna like the lawyers are gonna help me. Like all I could afford was well, I couldn't afford anything, so I'm with the public defender. And then finally, they're like, they call me at the beginning of March, like I think a couple of days after my birthday, and they're like, okay, so we have your plea for you. You could try to fight this, you could take it to court, and you could try to win it. And if you win, well, then you're off. They're like, but there's no good evidence on you. They're like, they have everything on you. The only thing you have left is here's our plea. We're gonna give you a global plea. We're gonna put those last two DWIs together, like if it was one third one instead of a fourth. But you have to do 90 days mandatory in county, and you're gonna be on 3 years probation after that.
Holy shit, dude.
And so they're like, you could try to fight it, but if you don't fight it, I mean, if you lose,
It's
then
gonna
you
be worse.
then you have to do your 6 to 18 months. They're like, or you just take this. So I was like, well, I'll take it. I'll do it. So I had to do it. There was no other way.
Damn.
So I had a month to prepare for it. They're like, okay, it was like March 4th. And they're like, all right. So, and I go, when do I go? When do I go in or what? They're like, well, it'll be like sometime late March or early April. We'll let you know. So I'm just all screwed, fucking limbo, thinking about it. So I had a month to prepare everything. I got the money together. I got everything. I covered all my bills for the next 90 days. I
Jesus.
gave my niece a bunch of money to send to me in jail. I covered all my bases. I got all the gigs together. I made a big old schedule to leave with the rest of the group. I tried to get everything as much covered as I possibly could. Um, just got everything together for my kids. I left all their social security cards, Medicaid card, everything with my mom. I bought them a bunch of medicines before I left so that in case she needed something or whatever, I tried to cover everything, before I
Damn.
would leave. So then
It's
they
really
finally,
smart.
yeah, so I had that month. So I was like, that month of March to the beginning of April, I was just like, I gotta hustle money up. I gotta cover all my shit before I go, everything. So I put all my bills on prepaid shit and I left a bunch of money in my bank so that they would just take out my bills and I wouldn't fall. Like I still fell in the negative anyway because it was stupid crap like subscriptions and crap threw me off that I didn't calculate.
Yeah.
So then anyway, so then yeah, so I had to do that. So they took me in on April 7th
That's
and I
fucking
got out
wild.
July 6th.
No shit. How was that? How was the jail experience? It wasn't prison, right? It was just county
So
jail?
just county jail, yeah. It's I like the strangest thing is I prayed every day going in there like I don't know what this is gonna be like. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. But whatever, something will have to come out of this. Something good. Something good. I prayed every day. And the crazy thing is like it's really weird. Like I got taken care of the whole time I was there. Like kind of strangely. When I got there, it was the first time ever that they're doing like a matrix experiment on the women. They have it for the men, but they've never ever had one for the women where they make a special group where you go to classes and go to different things and learn all kinds of stuff and you get to be in a separate pod and not share it with anybody. You get to have your own rooms and like it was a lot. You get a
What
little
the
bit better
fuck?
special treatment. That's
Wow.
never happened until the month I showed up there
Holy shit.
and I got into it. So I kind of got like I dodged a little bit of a bullet without having to go with a bunch of I don't know.
General population or whatever.
Yeah, like we were general population still, ours,
Okay.
but a lot of them were all crowded up and everybody like people share rooms and things like that. But ours, we were kind of special. We each got our own little cell and
That's
like
fucking
our own things, and
crazy.
we got smidge more special, I wouldn't want to say special treatment. We didn't get like any gifts or anything special, but like we were allowed to go to like certain classes and allowed to go to certain therapies and things like that that the other inmates were not allowed to. And and this thing is not like just offered to everybody. You kind of have to show that you want it or that you're in for it because they test you like because there's drugs in there anyway. So they test you for drugs and things like that all the time. And like it was just an odd thing to me. Like I prayed for so many things and then I get into this. You know what I mean? And like everything, it's like and I told myself like, okay, I'm not in here forever. 3 months is not like a crazy stretch of time.
That's a fucking crazy stretch of time.
I
In
was like,
jail, that's a long
it's
fucking
yeah,
time.
it's freaking sucks. So I was like, okay, like before I went in, I was like, I'm determined. Like I had to psych myself out every day. Like I'm determined to make something out of this. Like I'm gonna go in there one way and I'm gonna come out another. I promise to God I am. Like whatever I gotta do. And that's what I did every day. Like every freaking day I started fasting in there. I started working out like a mother flipper in there. I I lost like 21 pounds and
Jesus.
everything. And like, I mean, everybody used to look at me a little bit nuts in there because I was just like walking all day back and forth because there's nowhere to walk. There's one long strip, but all day long, that's all I did was walk or
Wow.
draw all day long and walk and then kind of fast. And just like, I was like, I'm going in one way and I'm coming out another. I was like, I can't like just put my life on hold just because I'm in here. Like, I still got to do something in here and I'm not going to let this pain and embarrassment and everything be for nothing. It's going to be worth something when I get out. I'm
Wow.
going to make it into something at least by
So
the time I get out
positive.
of here.
So good.
And I had to change my whole mindset on the whole place thinking about it. Like, I would tell myself, like, I mean, I was like, if I change the way I'm thinking about it, maybe people around here in here will also change. Because they were trying to, the people I was in with were also trying at least to do a little better too, you know? That's how they got accepted into that pod. Otherwise you don't. So I was like, if I keep this up, maybe they will too. And sometimes they would. Like they'd start walking a little bit too and start doing some of the things I was doing or
Wow.
whatever. And I actually met like some friends in there, you know what I mean?
Cool.
But I was like, I'm determined to kind of just think of this different. Like I would even tell myself different things. I was like, if I change the way I'm looking at this, it'll change inside me too. Like, this is our pod. No, it's not our pod. This is our living space. Go to your cell. No, I will go to my room.
You
Don't go to my cell. You know what I
you
mean?
manifested a
I was
positive
like,
situation out of a negative. That's
I was
amazing.
like, I'm just gonna freaking do this, and
That's
then
so
you know what I
good.
mean? Like they'd be like, these are not my cellmates. These are my roommates.
That's
But
fucking
like, I was just
wild.
like, I'll tell myself this until I believe it. You know what I mean? And so that's the way I just did it in there. I was like, I'm not gonna let anything throw me off. Like I have to do this.
Fake it till you make it. That was
Yeah.
good. That's really cool. Oh, sorry. Give me a
Oh
second.
yeah, no problem.
What a crazy fucking experience.
And it was hard. Like, I mean, it was sad in there because like I missed my kids like crazy every day and didn't know what the hell was going on the outside or nothing and just sucks being not knowing sometimes. But then and the sad part is that you kind of have to block your life out there. Like that's the way I felt. Like if I would get in my feelings too much and start thinking about my kids or whatever, like I'd be all like it'd get harder. The anxiety would happen. There were a few times when I'd have like these weird anxiety attacks, which I've never had in my life before ever.
That's
Before
wild.
that, and like you start to panic, and it brings you to tears like within seconds. So I used to have to just uh pray it away. I'd go sit and just be like, okay, you gotta take this from me, God, because I don't know what the hell this is, but you gotta take it. And I'd pray it away, or just pray until it felt better.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's what I would do in there. And I had myself a schedule every flipping day, and I would not stray from the schedule because I was like, I don't know how the hell else to pass my time here. If I sit and just do this or that, I'm like gonna pull my hair out. It's like, nope, we do this. We wake up, we do this for 1 hour. We even if I was just gonna play solitaire or something, I'm like, we're gonna play solitaire from this time to this time, then we're gonna go draw from this time to this time. Then after that, we're gonna go shower. And then after the shower, we're gonna walk. I did the same flipping routine every day because I was just like, nope,
The whole time.
the whole time.
Damn.
The whole freaking time. Well, for the first 2 weeks, it's kinda weird, but, like, until you kind of
The
do it,
transition
yeah.
period.
And then, like, I drew tons of pictures in there, and then, like, I drew myself a big old, like, schedule to check off my shit that I was doing, and
Wow.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna like and then I would tell myself, "Okay, how can I use this to my advantage?" And then I would try to flip the script a little bit and tell myself, "You know what? I have an advantage in here." I had been trying to get in shape a little bit before, and I hadn't been doing anything about it or taking care of myself as much as I should have. And I was like, "You know what? Okay, this isn't the best place. I don't want to be here, but
Right.
I can really use this to my advantage."
Yeah.
We get our meals served at the same time every day. I can control that easy. I'd give away my breakfast and then save certain pieces of lunch and dinner to make like a protein bowl and then give the rest away to whoever wanted or something. And
Wow.
so I would like pick and choose what I was going to have. And so I would fast and then I would have my meal that I picked out. So it was like a healthier version. I mean, you don't get healthy food in there. It's crap, but like I would make it the best I could.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, so then I'll do that. And then I was like, I can use this easy to my advantage. You know what I mean? Like if I don't buy a bunch of commissary and a bunch of junk and food and chips and bullshit like that, well, then I have nothing to eat or nothing to do. Like the only thing I would buy is coffee, shitloads of coffee and colored pencils.
That's
Cause that's
awesome.
what, so I was like coffee and colored pencils. That's all I'm buying. Oh, and your hygiene stuff, you buy it. But so I was like, that's it. You know what I mean? Cause like the girls, they would get sacks and sacks of ramen and chips and cookies and cakes and stuff. And that's what they would do, just hang out and munch all day or whatever and stuff. I was like, none of that for me. I was like, my money going to colored pencils and coffee.
Dude, that's
So like
cool.
I was like, I could use this easily to my advantage. I was like, when I'm out there, I'm working, I'm taking care of my kids, I'm taking care of other stuff. I was like, I don't have as much time to go on a 3-hour walk. I was like, I can
Right.
walk for 3 hours in here. I do a morning walk, a midday walk, and an evening walk. I'm
Jeez.
like, so, and then like I would just go do like other exercises in my room and stuff. And I was just like, this is like super easy to use to my advantage because this is, and I would tell myself, I would call it in my brain, I would call it my unique situation. I was like, so this is my unique situation. And I can, because on the outside, I know I'm going to go for a 3-hour walk, but in here, I can definitely use this.
Dude,
You know what I mean? So I had to just think about it like that.
the brain is a fucking powerful tool. That shit is crazy. You like reworked your whole world to
Yeah.
make it a positive thing in there, and that's super admirable.
Yeah. So I was just like, this is going to,
That's a lot of positive thinking. That's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, it's not crazy. It's fucking cool. If everybody could do that,
And you
like the
know
world would be
what's
different.
so freaking weird is that like, before then, I don't know if you've ever heard of like Neville Goddard or things like that. Like he talks about manifestation and all kinds of stuff. And so I had been dabbling with him a little bit before
Oh,
going
cool.
in and listening to a lot of that and like trying to flood my mind with it really bad, like
Nice.
flood myself with it. Oh, and then like Carl Jung. I love Carl Jung stuff. And then so I was trying to read a lot of that. And then I was like, man, I know for a fact in jail, you don't really, it's not like they have this massive, wonderful library
Yeah,
or
right.
things to choose from. It's
Right,
like a
right.
big cart full of books that you can kind of pick from. And a lot of it's just a bunch of like shitty love novels and crap like that. And I was like, dude, what the hell am I going to read in there? I was like, I mean, I could read the Bible or something or whatever and things like that. And I was like, so I would just think about it. I was like, I need a good freaking book, man. And then this book came to me and it was a little bit hard to read because it's really like technical, but it was all about like consciousness. And I was like, yeah. And that book was freaking cool as hell. So I read that
Nice.
book. And then I would be like, and then I'll tell you a weird story because a lot of weird little, like, I'd say coincidences or synchronicities came to me in
Cool.
there. And I don't know if that was just something I was doing, but it was,
Manifesting.
yeah. And it was like, I remember I was sitting there one time thinking back, like, I wish I had a cool book. Because I love to read stories about like near death experiences and stuff like that. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I was like, man, I wish I had that book by Eben Alexander. Can't remember what it's called. Heaven is Proof of Heaven. Yeah. So I was like, man, that'd be a good book to read in here now. Heck yeah. Um, that same like think 2 days later, I'm looking through this stupid cart and I find it all like with the whole entire front page torn off. And I was like, what book is this? And I'm like trying to figure out what the flip it is because somebody tore the freaking like cover off. Sure enough, it was
That
the
was
book
the
I was
book.
thinking.
No
I was like,
shit.
what the fuck, dude? I was
That's
like, okay.
crazy.
So I get that. And then I was like, I read that one again. And I was, it made me feel a little good in there.
That's good.
And then I was like, I wish I had another book like about like, because I miss all the stuff I used to watch on YouTube about manifestation and things like that and all kinds of, I was like, wish I could get one. And like nothing good comes through sometimes. It's just stories and shit. You know what I mean? And then um sure enough, another one pops up.
No
And I was
kidding.
like, what the hell, dude? Like, I
You're
started to even like freak out a little bit. I was all,
you're creating your
I was all,
environment.
dude,
That's
like,
nuts.
so things were just happening, you know what I mean?
That's super cool.
And like, I just told myself at all costs, I gotta think like this or stay on that track. And I just did. I was like,
That's so awesome.
and I had this weird like visualization thing. When I went in there to the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna think of this as like a video game. I go into the game, except you can't go out. You can only go out that way. So once the door closes, you have to go out that way. And so every day I'd cross off another day and be like, I'm getting closer to the
To the end of it.
end of this fucking video game.
Yeah.
I don't know, just little things like that to think
That's
of.
cool.
But yeah, so
That's really
every
fucking
day.
cool, dude.
I don't
Like
know.
I've never heard of somebody going having that kind of an experience, like and coming out the other end super positive.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that there was a threat for you in there of like going the other direction because your drug of choice, so to speak, was alcohol, right? Like
Right.
it was never you were never a drug person.
No, never.
You probably never even smoked weed, did you?
I did in high school a bit, and it
It wasn't
never
your
did it
thing.
for me. Actually, it just used to make me freak the hell out.
No
To this
shit.
day, I've had like a gummy or something or whatever, and that shit just freaks me out,
No
man. I'm just
shit.
like,
That's
hell.
crazy.
I'm like, it's just not for me.
Fair enough to
I'm
each their
like,
own.
yeah.
Um, are you avoiding alcohol now, or are you trying to control it? What's your stance on alcohol now?
I'm trying to avoid it. Like
Good,
I'm trying to avoid it like as much as I can,
good.
and I'm also learning that I've kind of developed like a different feeling for it. Like because the way I've tried to see it now that I've got out and stuff like that, like I can see clear now that like I used it to fill something up inside of me because that was lacking or that I didn't know or that I was in the dark about and filling it up. And then like that's just a fake filler,
Wow.
you know, for the moment. Like it fills you up, but in an instant, like in that instant it does. But like when it's gone, it leaves you worse than before. And then now I'm just learning that like I can fill myself up or I'm learning how to fill myself up. Um and I don't want that to go away. Like this I feel like I found this thing and I don't even know what the thing is called. It feels sometimes it feels like a little treasure and I just don't want that to leave me anymore
Sure, sure.
because like I feel like I can stand on my own 2 feet now. Before I needed something
That's
to
so
get me
fucking
there.
cool. Good for you.
And I'm hoping, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not gonna say I'm not perfect in it, but as long as I tell myself I can practice it, I can
Yeah.
practice it a little bit more each time. You
Well,
know what I mean?
with alcohol being such a societal norm, do you find it difficult in public situations or anything like that? Like people are offering you drinks and stuff. Is it hard to say no, or is it
Um,
your mindset is just overcoming that now?
um, it a little bit like before I would have caved like 100%. Like every time I would make an attempt to stop, the second it was presented to me, I was like, whatever, I'll try next time. Fuck it, I'm having it. I'm
Fuck.
having it. Like
Fuck.
never. And like I'm even a little bit shocked at myself now that I can kind of say no and
That's
it
so
does
good. I love it.
and I don't feel bad for it. Like I don't feel bad after like before I used to think like have a weird feeling of like I was depriving myself or I was some kind of imposter syndrome like, "Oh, bitch, you know you want to drink that shit. Don't who the fuck are you fooling?" You know what I mean? Like you know you want to drink what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
And I had to get over that. I had to just tell myself a brand new story and say like, "Okay, yeah, I know who I was in the past and I know how I was like in the past, but I am allowed to do something different because something inside of me used to tell me like, don't fool yourself, bro. You know you're going to drink it. You know you're going to do it." And
That's
this is my own
crazy.
thinking, not necessarily people saying it. It was just me feeling embarrassed for trying to stop in a way or
Holy
not
shit.
having a thinking I like could, but like now I tell myself like, you know what? I'm allowed to do it and it's all right. Um there's times you get like
Wow.
nostalgic
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and you think like, "Oh, I want to go do this and I want to go do that." But and I used to cave every time and that nostalgia would come in, but now I'm just like more like, "Wait, I know what happens now. I know what happens now." You can do it so many times and you learn finally what happens after, you know what I mean? Like I use it in a different way. Like I can't be like other people where they're just like, "Okay, let's go have a couple drinks and we're chilling and we're chatting and we're talking." I don't like something switches for me and I need it all. Like I need all the alcohol in the whole world like in 5 seconds. I need it all in me, you know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
And it's like I try to normalize it or stabilize it like say like, "Nah, I'll have 3 this time." I can't because I don't know what it does to me or what it clicks for me that I just need it like I need to go to oblivion.
Jesus,
And
dude, that's
and so
crazy.
like I know that's what it does for me. And I'm just like, but now that I've been practicing other things, I'm like, I have the thing. I have the thing. It fills me up now.
So I don't
What
need
alcohol
that.
used to do for me, I have it on my own now, and it trips me out a little
That's
bit.
so
And I'm just
good.
like, I just don't want to weaken that thing or
Yo,
lose it.
totally, totally. I love
And
that.
so, and anyways, I was like, I've never actually loved the taste of alcohol, so it's not like I'm losing out on something. I
Right.
was just using it to do something else for
It was a
myself.
crutch.
Yeah, a crutch. And like now, so I'm just like, I can find a way to do it for myself.
That's
And
fucking
that's what I'm
awesome.
trying. And like I said, I have my weak moments or I'm not like at the best, but this is the direction I want to go in.
You have a lot of unique outlooks and views on things, and that's fucking cool. That's really refreshing to hear. Like, you don't have any of the standard norms that people like. Oh, well,
Yeah.
this is how I'm dealing with it, and it's just one day at a time, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
no, no, I see it differently, and that's fucking cool.
Right.
You've created this whole like world of how to deal with the things that you find problems in your life, and
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, and actually that very thing is what's helped me get out of some of my problems is because I always tried to use other people's standard
Methods.
method
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
whatever or something and something always in me was like this shit ain't gonna work,
It's
dude.
not working
I'm gonna
for
be
you.
back
Yeah.
drinking like tomorrow, tonight.
Well, I
You know what I
mean,
mean? Or
that
I don't
only makes logical sense because you think about people going to the doctor. Every person's different. Not one treatment is going to work for everybody.
right.
So why wouldn't that be the same thing on a mental level? Like, everybody's mind is different and works differently. So why would somebody else's standard be normal for you? Like
Yeah.
that's really cool. That's really cool to think of.
And I actually found a book when I was in jail, like because like I was getting a lot of anxiety. I was like, how the hell am I gonna keep this up? Like I'm doing it in here
Yeah,
because you're kind of forced to.
sure.
And like I told you, it was my little unique situation. It's easy to do a schedule or the right thing, I guess the right thing when you don't have another choice. I
Right, right,
mean,
right.
you don't have all this other distractions around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just stuck in there like a little monk or something. So
A monk.
yeah, so
A
I was like,
prison
yeah.
monk.
So a prison monk, yeah, for sure. So then I was like, it's gonna be a lot different when I get out. All the distractions are gonna be there. All of the stuff I have to deal with is gonna be there. Everything's gonna be there. And I'm like, okay, like how I've tried other things and it didn't feel right. This didn't feel right. Not to say that it doesn't work, because for a lot of people it does. But I'm like, it's not clicking with me. It's like I'm not gonna say it's a flawed system, but it's just not clicking. Why not? And then I'd be like, what the hell's wrong? Maybe it's something wrong with me. And then till I finally read this one book about like getting addiction or whatever under control and stuff. And the guy in it, that was what the whole book was about. He's like, it's not, he's like, don't ever think that you have to follow that thing
Right.
to find your way out. You know what I mean? Everybody's is going to be unique, and the book. I mean, I can't go into details, but the book is really cool. That's mainly what it talked about, and it was weird as I was reading the book. I remember thinking to myself, like, I can do that. Like,
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
permission to do that. Like, I don't know. I always have these weird restrictions on myself or self-imposed restrictions, or I don't know what the hell. Like I didn't think I was allowed to do this or deserved a certain thing or could do a certain thing or
That's
whatever. And it
fucking
wasn't
crazy.
necessarily anybody telling me. It was just always like I didn't think I could or should or deserved it.
You were limiting yourself.
Yeah. So then when I would read this book, I'd be like, well, why the fuck not? Like, of course I
Yeah,
can, as long as it's
absolutely.
working and I don't need, and you know what helped a lot in jail is like, I don't have to answer to anybody. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to give anybody an explanation why I'm here. I don't have to tell, everybody can look at me however they want to look at me. They can say this or that, you know what I mean? But as long as I feel the success or feel the forward movement in my own mind, that's all that matters. That's all that matters because they're not doing it for me. You know what I mean? Like, because you get to a point where you're kind of embarrassed and ashamed and whatever, and you're just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, what do I do with that? And then after a while, I was like, fuck it. Like, who cares? What are you gonna do? Throw a tomato at me or something? Or I don't know. So I was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? So I was like, I had to just get over that. Even I had to change everything. Changed my
That's
mindset on everything.
crazy.
Like even like when you get official paperwork or scary mail in in the mail, like stating you're summoned to court for this date, or you're this, these are your charges against you, and blah blah blah. You do kind of get scared when you get those calls or you get those notices in the mail, or they give you these official papers and all kinds of shit like that. And then I had to one day sit there and tell myself, okay, this is paper. These are words on the paper. Yeah, they determine what's going to happen and do, but this is paper. These are just words. Take it step by step. This has no power over you. Has
That's
no
wild.
power over you. Like um what's like and I found a quote in the Bible that I would tell myself where Jesus, I'm going to paraphrase it cuz I can't remember it exactly, but it's something like no one takes my life unless I give it. So I tell myself nobody takes anything from me unless I give it. Not even my fear, not even a reaction from me unless I give it.
That's
So then I was
nuts.
like, it's not going to affect me. And then they'll be like, even like the first night, first couple of nights you're in jail, they keep you in a holding cell for the first 20 hours, which sucks. That's probably the worst flipping part. You're stuck in a little cell with tons of people that are going through withdrawal and whatnot, and it's just disgusting
Damn.
in that beginning. So then they took me out and they went to go do my prints and stuff. Well, you get your prints done every time. But then they did me like this weird other second process where they had to take all kinds of samples of all kinds of shit and all kinds of things. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, I've never had to do this before. And the guard, she's like, well, you're a felon. So you have a felony charge, right? And I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, well, this is why, because this is different now. And I was like, oh. And then it kind of pissed me off, though. I went back. I was like, I don't give a shit. I was like, well, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't disrespectful or nothing, but I was just like, whatever. In my brain, I was sitting there and I was thinking, in my head, I was like, don't you dare call me a felon. I'm like, I have committed a felony, but I am not a felon. Like, don't fucking put your label or your identity on me. Like, I have done something to cause this thing and I'm trying to fix it and get it in order, but you don't identify me like that. You know what I mean? Don't call me that. Or like in my head, I can't say that because they don't give a shit about you in there. They'll be like,
Right.
sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. You know what I
Right.
mean? They'll just tell you like
Dude,
straight out like that. But I was like, I am not this thing. I am
that's
not none
so
of this.
crazy.
I am here for a time, a period, for an experience, whatever the experience will be. But I am here for a time, a moment, an experience. And I'm not none of this stuff on paper.
That's
This to me,
crazy.
when it's done, will all be in the trash.
You're not letting them define you.
Yeah. I was like,
That's fucking
not at
crazy.
all.
That's so wild. Like that brought up so many things, but that's a perfect transition for the last thing I wanted to talk to you about. But before we do that, I wanted to say you were talking about drawing a lot in there, and I still have two drawings that you gave me in high school
Oh,
that
no
you
way.
made for me. Yeah.
Oh, shit. No way.
You drew me like a page with a butterfly on a mushroom or no, I can't remember. It's like something sitting on a mushroom.
Yeah.
And then you gave me another one that's got like this massive pipe, and then like you could see the weed coming out of it, and then
Oh,
there's a butterfly flying off, and it
oh,
says
no
my name.
way.
Yeah, so I
Dang.
still have both of those.
Man, that almost like sparked a little bit of like a memory there. I think I kind of remember that. But I
I'll
wouldn't have snapped until you said anything.
I have them in my garage, but my garage is a mess right now. But
Right.
when I get to them, and I'll go look for them later, and I'll find them. I'll send you the pictures because yeah, I'm such a hoarder. I hang on to everything, but
Oh, cool. I me too. Save all kinds of stuff.
so the transition was you have a lot of interesting Facebook posts. I
Uh,
see a lot of your posts a lot of times, and you have a real beef with labels.
yeah.
I saw one that you were talking about people labeling you as a single mother,
Right.
and you don't like that. You don't appreciate that. And then you have a lot of beefs with like relationship and the way things are, which is kind of negated from what you told me about your relationship experience. So talk to me about that. Talk to me about the labels.
The labels, that's one of the things I had to get rid of because before, and sometimes like when you do have a problem with an addiction or a problem with things like that, you see stuff in extremes. Always, constantly. It's either black or it's white. It either is or it isn't.
Okay.
You're either not drunk or you're shit faced or you're just like it's
Jesus.
always there's nothing in the middle.
Okay.
In the middle seems odd and off. And for the longest time I was always like, and I think I thought of a lot of things like that too. Like, I mean, if I'm gonna be bad, well, I'm gonna be all bad. I'll go, you
Jesus.
want to think I'm bad? I'll go fuck it up somewhere. You know what I mean?
Jesus,
Or like
dude.
if I'm gonna be good, then I have to go freaking dress like a nun and go to church every Sunday or something. Like I have to be one or the other. And then still until I started studying a lot of Carl Jung, um, he's like about shadow integration. He's like, no, you have to integrate both light and dark because we are all light and dark. There's
Sure.
no one or the other. Like if you don't accept this, it will lash out in other ways badly. If you don't accept that, same thing on the other end.
Wow.
It's like I guess it's like a balancing thing, but it's like if you don't go in there and accept that those ugly parts are part of you still, like then you don't fix them. They suppressed and suppressed and suppressed until they come out eventually in the ugliest of manners.
That's
And
wild.
a lot of that was happening to me real bad. And so I don't like labels anymore and I won't stand for it. That's why I write all my shit on Facebook. My mom's always like, "What are you pinning? What are you writing? Who did this here? Who did that here?" I'm like, "Oh, just don't read it then. Don't look at it."
No,
And
it's
so
like it's not just a bunch of rambling. It's a lot of educated shit in there. It's like deep. Like a lot of times, you'll see those long Facebook posts and you're like, I'm not reading this. Well,
right.
I'll read the first couple lines and I'm like, okay, well, I have to see what the rest of this says because this is
Right.
wild.
Yeah.
But you're one specifically about not being called a single mother. What is your preference? Like, what do because you said you don't want to be defined by your parental. I don't remember how you worded it, but it was
Well
something like
well,
that.
it's like, I don't even know why we have to call each other single parents, and, like, I think too much emphasis is always on, like I think maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not giving people enough credit, or maybe this is just my story, but, like, why do people almost have to martyr themselves or victimize themselves? Like, "I'm a single mother. You don't know how hard it is. I do this and I do," and maybe it is. Maybe that's their experience, and I'm not gonna, like, not say it's valid, you know what I mean? Or
Discredit them.
discredit their struggles or whatever. But it's like, yeah, but just say that then. Say, man, I'm struggling because I'm running short on this, running short on that. Not because you're a single mother. Just take that whole thing out.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
like you are a mother, but who cares if you're single? Like, why does your relationship define what your identity is? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
that's
like
good,
like
especially coming from your circumstance. That's
yeah, like I've never like liked that. Even when I got divorced and stuff, like I've never been like, yeah, I'm a single mom because I feel like people are fishing for like validation or a compliment. Oh my God, you're a single mom and you
interesting.
do all this and you do all that. You could and it's not bad to tell people be like, man, you've been doing this on your own and you're strong and you're this and that and be like, yeah, thank you. I'm a mother and I stand up. I'm a mother. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, sure.
I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But I don't want people to like feel sorry for me or like and I don't like to do that to other people like kind of I
But
don't like I said like I bet there's other women that have had way worse struggles than I have and they pulled themselves out by themselves.
sure.
But be proud of that as a person, not as a single mom. Like
Interesting.
I don't know. I yeah,
Well, and not I guess to play devil's advocate here, what if it's not about like trying to what if somebody maybe appreciates that as a label because it gives everybody the information they need to know. I am single, so yes, maybe I'm looking, maybe I'm not. Or and I am a mother, so I do have kids. So if you don't like that, well, there you go. You have all the information you need to know based on if you want to get to know me or not. What if that's the case more so than like fishing for compliments or anything like that? Like, is that something that you think about or
um I to me I guess that might work like if you're doing like a dating profile or something, you could say like I'm a single mom, and that would give them all the information. Be like, oh, she's single and she's has kids, obviously. Um,
well, but what about in
but
public? Like, what if you're, trying to make friends with people who are like-minded and people who are like your situation, and you don't want people who are not
like
in
if like
that?
a,
So, it's a. I feel
I
like
guess like it,
it might be a faster way of getting to the point rather than being like, oh, how many kids do you have, or do you have kids? Do you like kids? Like that's a whole long way around it. Like, so
right?
I feel like maybe on the other side of this, somebody is saying single mother as a point of pride.
Yeah, and which is a good thing because like I'm for me, I'm kind of against it. And well, I mean, I guess not against it, but opposed to it. Like I don't like it for myself. But if it gives somebody their sense,
Their power.
their power, if it
Yeah.
does, then I would never want to take that power or say find another way to express that.
Sure.
Like if that's the way they like it and it does give them some kind of something inside, then heck yeah, like why not? You know what I mean?
I
I
was
just
just curious because I read that and I was like, that there's a lot to unpack there.
yeah.
That's not just some shit somebody says. There's something going on deeper there.
Yeah, like and I would rather just be like, yeah, I'm single. I have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I guess it doesn't have to be a long, dragged
Yeah.
out process.
Right.
Just something I thought about. That was really crazy. But
Yeah.
okay, so before we get out of here, I want you to give me what your next 5 to 10 year goals are. What do you see happening for your life in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. Well, let's see, like career-wise, I love what my group and us are doing right now. Like I love our group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we're pretty bomb. So I like that. Like my hopes are that we keep expanding and keep doing new project, keep climbing, you know what I mean?
Sure.
If I get to do some of my own like side projects as well, like I don't have any in the works, but if I do, hopefully, there'll be things coming. I'm just gonna keep thinking it
Sure.
that's gonna come along.
Sure. Sure.
But as far as that, I hope we just keep growing, keep expanding, getting a bigger fan base or bigger,
Yeah,
stuff
absolutely.
like that. That's like my main thing right now, I guess. And then just as far as my kids, you know what I mean? I just want to my kids are still real young. Like I have one that's 6 and then the other one's 14. And
Wow, that's a big
like
gap.
that was a big gap. Yeah. Like I took forever like to think about like deciding if I wanted a second kid. And then as far as they go, like the way I feel is like whatever I improve in, I just want to show them how to do it too.
Oh,
Like
that's
I mean,
great.
I don't know what like my little one's too little to know what the heck she wants to do when she's older. I mean,
Sure.
for all she knows, she just wants to be like a princess or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Let her be a princess.
Yeah. And then the other one, she's still kind of iffy. She likes music sometimes, and then sometimes she kind of doesn't. And I don't want to force it too much because I don't want her to resent it.
Yeah, of
And
course.
then she loves art and drawing and things like that. And I think
Nice.
she's pretty good at it. So I try to
Nice.
I try to emphasize it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I want her to like she likes acting and stuff like that and
There you
choir. She
fuck
does
yeah.
really love all that stuff.
Back
She's
that shit
into that.
up.
Yeah, so she's only 14. So I'm like, you still have time to kind of figure it out.
Yeah,
But I want her to like harness it and
absolutely.
practice it and get real good. So I try to like nudge her artistic stuff a little bit. Like if she's really into painting, I'll be like, "Do you want to buy some paints or do you want
Yeah,
to?"
fuck yeah. That's
I
awesome.
just want her to keep doing it. You know
Just
what I
be
mean?
supportive.
Yeah. So that's
And get ready to spend some money because that shit's
oh,
gonna change,
I know.
if it changes, I think that's a really good theory just to be behind it because
Yeah,
eventually she's gonna find her niche
she'll
and what
find
she
it.
has her passion for, and shit, you never know what that's gonna stand for her future. So I mean, that's a great plan.
Yeah. So I'm just like I'm gonna let her kind of fish around a little bit first
That's
because
great.
she gets all gung ho about one thing and all of a sudden she's like, "No, I don't want to anymore." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." But so I'm letting her just fish around a bit, and I
Sure.
know she will.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So
And
I'm
about what about your personal self for the next 5 to 10 years? Like,
personal
not
stuff.
not career, not kids, just who you are and what you've been doing with yourself now. Are you going to continue to build on that? What do you see
Um,
moving forward?
yeah, like I want to continue with like I said, this new thing that I can't even like name.
Yeah,
I just want to keep going there.
good,
Like wherever that's at, I want to keep going and make it stronger and more solid. Like so
good,
that I'll like nothing can throw me off
good.
course. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Which is kind of cool because I find myself responding differently in like situations where I would have been totally different in the past. And
sure.
now I'm like, whoa, I s- that that was different. You know what I mean? So I want to just keep going towards that, and I just want to keep like now that I got the momentum to stay fit in a way and keep doing it, I'm gonna roll with that. Like I mean,
Oh, I'm so jealous
I'm like,
because I'm getting older. We all are,
yeah,
of course. And
yeah,
doctors telling me I need to start working out. I'm like, fuck, why?
I
I don't wanna.
I know. So like, and
Uh,
I kind of like was into it a little bit in high school, and like I used to read a lot of like nutrition and like fitness magazines and stuff. I always thought it was cool to be like I'd see chicks in like fitness competitions or whatever, things like that. And like I don't know if I right now have the time or the motivation to be that extreme, but I'm like, damn, it would be cool to like see how far I could get myself.
wow, that's
So
interesting.
I kind of want to go in that
Do it.
direction.
Fucking do it, Jojo. You
Yeah.
can do it.
I was like, I've because I would dream about it, but I'm just like, I can't do that shit.
You can.
And then now I'm just like, I'm gonna
You
try that shit at
you
least,
you've
you know?
proved to yourself and everybody else that you can do whatever the fuck you feel like doing.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I encourage that. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, I just want to go with that, and I've kind of like had to, I I don't know, like I guess I'm starting to explore that I have the permission to do it, which I always had,
That's
but I didn't
wild.
know that, you know
That's
what I mean?
fucking wild.
Or I didn't feel like deserving of it. I always felt like I deserve for people to be pissed the fuck off at me because when I do what I've done, I deserve for people to be like throwing shade at me.
That's
I
wild,
deserve whatever kind of fucked up thing comes my way is my own doing. I
dude.
brought myself this way.
That's so
And I
gnarly.
had to like, it took me a long time to finally get out of that mindset and think like, okay, I did what I did. Probably did deserve some shade, but like, but
Oh
you can,
man.
but all that's done now,
Yeah.
and it ain't gonna happen no more. Like, throw shade my way, and you can get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
so I've had to develop like a lot
I
of
fucking love it, dude.
new
That's so
shit.
good.
Yeah,
You have such a positive outlook now, and it's amazing. Okay, last
yeah.
thing before we get out of here,
All right,
I
for
want
sure.
you to plug all of your stuff. So anywhere that people can follow you on any social medias, your band, everything, your group. Sorry, I shouldn't say band. That's a horrible word for
Okay.
it.
Ah, no, no problem. Yeah, we're on Facebook. Under Euphoria. It's
Spell it.
just Euphoria. It's like Euforia.
Okay,
Yeah, Euphoria. And so we're on Facebook. You can follow us there. We have some videos, some pictures, and stuff like that. You can get a hold of us through there. Um, I take all the bookings and do all that stuff for us. You could reach me at my phone number is 505-204-2618, and that's the fastest way to get a booking with us or anything or a hold of us.
great.
And then we're every Tuesday at Tomasitas in Santa Fe, located at 500 South Guadalupe Street. We usually get started around 6:15, stay till about 7:30,
Okay,
about an hour, hour and a half ish. We're there, and then we're at the Pecos Trail Cafe every Friday, which is Pecos Trail, Old Pecos Trail. It's located on Old Pecos Trail. I can't remember the exact address, but Old Pecos Trail Cafe, and we're there from 6 to 8 every Friday.
okay.
hmm
And what about personally? People
Personal.
want to follow your journey of life and your prophecies that you put online and shit.
They can go look at all my rants on my Facebook.
There's some wild shit there. I encourage people to.
It's I'm Joanna Alvarez on my Facebook, so you want to hear my rants? It's pretty funny because I put a bunch of shit there all the time. I've had so many messages from guys. They'll send me videos or funny shit of like women being really masculine and this and that, and they're
Oh
like,
God.
that's you. And I was all, yeah, motherfucker, that is me. I don't care.
Well,
You don't
whatever it
like
is,
it, don't look at my stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
No.
here for it, man. Just go to those comment sections and watch
I
the
know.
battle. That's pretty
For
good too.
real. Yeah.
Are
I just get like, I don't know. I feel like I wish we could have more talks on Facebook sometimes.
sure.
Like memes, that's another thing about me. I live for memes.
Memes are best.
I will sit
They're
there and
awesome.
look at memes and sit in the room and laugh like a crazy person all by myself,
Yeah,
like for hours looking at memes. I love
absolutely.
them. But sometimes I just want to read somebody's like real, like gritty, raw shit sometimes. And I'm just like, man, you guys went to Walmart. Cool. Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, but
yeah. That's what
I don't
social
know.
media has become.
Yeah.
Are you on any of the other platforms? Instagram, X,
I have an
any of that?
Instagram, and I know this sounds like I'm all like old and shit, but I don't know how to use that sucker. I
Fair
put
enough.
stuff here and there on it, and I need to get around to using it. I'm kind of bad on social media. Like all I have is my Facebook, and that's all
You
I
are
got.
preaching to the choir
Yeah,
because, like, I'm trying to grow this podcast, and like the fastest way is going to be through TikTok or at very least Instagram, and I'm fucking so bad at it.
I
Like,
know.
I'm like, I don't want like it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot
I
of.
don't want to do all that work. Like, it's hard enough doing this whole podcast and shit, and then getting it edited and posted on the platforms I do post. Then try to like, change it around completely to put it on these other. And I don't even do the TikTok shit. I loathe TikTok. I hate that it's destroyed people's attention spans
Right.
and
Like you can only watch like a 2 minute video at the most
well, I was
or
telling
something.
Santiago like the worst thing for me, especially being a long form content creator, is that nobody likes long form content.
Right.
They say if you can't draw somebody in with the first like 1.6 seconds or something, that they're gone. You're already
You
lost
already
them.
lost them. Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do I put the entirety of a
Anything.
podcast into 1.6 seconds, or even a point that's going to draw somebody, and I need at least 10 seconds.
I know.
Like,
Seriously,
it's
yeah.
wild.
It's weird. Yeah, everybody has like the span of a bird or
Yeah,
something.
it's wild. I just can't deal with it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, me too. I think I have a TikTok. I think I have like a video there.
Good for you.
I don't know. I'll get around to it.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna send you all my shit, and you can
Uh,
post it on your TikTok.
I'll post it there. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Jojo. Well,
Yeah.
this has been really fun catching up with you, and I
Awesome. Thank
enjoy
you
the
so much.
conversation. Thank you for your vulnerability and your honesty. It was crazy wild to
Yeah.
hear your journey. That's so good.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.
oh, of course, and I'm here for the future too. I'm here to for updates about how you're progressing with your self discovery, because this is fucking good shit.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
if you see me run the other direction at Walmart, you know why.
No, I'm gonna chase you.
I'm just kidding. Hey, you get back here. No.
Jojo, I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Get over here.
For sure.
I fucking see you hiding
I see
behind
you
those.
hiding.
All right. Well, the rest of you guys, you're back for another one. Come back next week, and we're gonna have another one. And I hope you enjoyed this month-long mariachi session. It was cool. Do the like, comment, subscribe, go follow JoJo, book a gig with her Euphoria, and we'll see you guys on the next week. Bye-bye.
Cool.
That voice you got, JoJo, is fucking
I should
wild.
took it off my whole ears. I was all scared the whole time. I'm going on a two and I can't hear nothing. Right on. That was really fun.
Oh yeah, totally.
Where do I? Right here or?
Yeah, just hanging
Yeah,
wherever.
hang around. Yeah, the guy the guy that plays bass with us, he's like, what did he tell me? He's like, yeah, you know how to do a lot of stuff. You have a good lot of qualities, whatever. He's like, you just need to learn how to use social media for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't know how to use that shit. I was like, that's why you're here. You know how to do all those kind of things.
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. You do it.
Fuck all that. Way how like honest and open everybody is when they come here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
man, I'd
yeah,
be scared
'cause
to talk about stuff, but
I think, well, I kind of thought about it too. I was like, well, I mean, at first I kind of was. And then I was just like, well, I mean, that's the whole point of this, right?
yes, it is exactly. And I
Otherwise,
appreciate
it's
it.
just like, that's boring.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate that because I may dip into some shit that you don't like. So I'm sorry if I
That's
do.
okay.
Now, if it comes to the
I'll
end,
answer it the best I can.
okay, if it comes to the end and you're like, we talked about this and I didn't like it, I can always take it out in editing. So don't worry about that.
Cool. Sounds good.
You don't have to wear the headphones if you don't want to. I just find it easier to like keep concentrated. It
Yeah,
kind of drowns
it's
out
like
the background.
I'll wear it like a, what is it like when kids need a blankie?
Yeah, security. Yeah,
It's my safety headphones. I'm just kidding.
it
Makes me
kind of
feel
makes
comfortable.
yeah, it kind of makes like a direct line between us, and there's nothing else. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It makes me more comfortable. I find it easier than not using them and getting distracted by looking around and shit like that. So, and I've had people on here who are just like so
Distracted.
The cameras are just like that. Like it's hard to like get a fluid conversation going and whatnot.